wrong one. There we go. Hey everybody, we are playing Europa Universalis IV again. So let's get into it. Hold on, where is there we go.
I almost clicked abandoned game.
That would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been stupid.
Yeah. I have been known to do stupid things.
But we know he's capable of that.
Yeah.
Might me.
Not that we're not all like that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not like you guys are any better.
Oh come on, I'm
Oh,
a
no,
saint.
you dare say you're
make fun
perfect.
of you.
Say,
I am perfect.
no, you are not.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
Yeah.
I will fight you.
I'll bite you.
Ooh,
I mean, you'll
kinky.
probably win by fighting me, but, you know. That's
I
always
carry
the joke I
diseases.
make. I'm always like, I'll fight you, and someone's like, and then someone responds, I'd win. I'm like, yeah, you probably would, but I didn't say I would win by fighting you. I just said I'm going to fight you.
you. Yeah. Oh god, what is this? So you can... But see, I don't want to convert these back to my... I don't want to convert these back to my religion.
Then don't.
Yeah.
Simply don't.
I don't want to convert these. Then don't.
Because they're slowly being
That
turned,
is
like...
your choice.
They're slowly being turned Catholic. With one being Sunni.
Are you trying to flip to Catholicism?
Yeah.
I say, if you get enough provinces that follow Catholicism, eventually, you could get religious rebels to pop up, and then sometimes what they'll want is like to for you to convert, and then you could like accept their demands.
Yeah.
You could like basically force them to pop up, you know, provoke revolt, and then let them take some number of provinces, and then.
I think that's how I did it.
Yeah, and then
Playing
accept their demands, and then...
So they have to revolt, let them take over some provinces, and then capitulate?
Yeah,
or
they have to
something?
take over a certain number of provinces. I recommend...
Each time that they take a province that isn't under a forced zone of control, they will convert that province.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you'll want a number of provinces under that religion, under Catholicism or whatever, to make sure that, you know...
You could switch.
Yeah, to make sure you can switch. Because, yeah, once they do that, eventually their demands might change to being like, oh, force your government to convert. So, like, if you, then accepted their demands, it would, like, force your nation to, well, convert. Or, in worst case scenario, you just have, provinces that are Catholic and then are just more easily forcing yourself to already flip.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to increase their likelihood of revolting, turn your missionary slider maintenance all the way down and then have them try to convert.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had mixed results with that, but I've heard it can work.
Well, just having the missionary there increases unrest. Specifically zealot unrest.
Oh yeah. And also, if it's like a heretic or heathen religion, that can also boost some shit.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
for me, if I wanted to flip to, like, Hussite, because Hussite is, a heretical belief, I would... Well, I mean, to be fair, I can't flip to Hussite, because there are no more fucking Hussite provinces. Thanks, Bohemia. But, like, if I wanted to flip to Hussite, because it's a heretical religion, I think you're more likely to have rebels from religions that are heathens or heretics than you are, obviously, your true faith.
Okay. Yeah.
Interestingly, when it comes to the Christian religions, you are true faith if you're Catholic. You are heretical if you are Hussite, Orthodox, or Coptic.
Okay.
And I think Protestant as well if you're Catholic. I think Prots are seen as heretics as well. Oh, the Palatinate, the Holy Roman Emperor. Okay, good for them.
Glad for them.
I'm a republic, so I physically can't become the Holy Roman Emperor, but I mean, hey, cool. I mean, you know. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. Tend to the towns. All provinces need to be development 10. Forgot about that. That's
Owned by the
painful. All provinces have to be Dev 10. Chris.
Yeah?
It's gonna cost so much mana.
Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna be great.
I mean, okay, so luckily for me, because I'm a European power, most of my territories start at 3. There are very few provinces, there are very few territories that are lower than 3, at least around the HRE. So, I have the benefit of, having a good foothold of, development. It's just having to get good enough, with my leaders, hopefully, that I can get good amounts of, mana and Diplo points.
True, yeah. I'm going to do that so I can then get a castle in this area. Because I need that for a mission.
My vassal. Okay, interesting. Actually, speaking of vassals, Volgast has 7, Gotland has 5, Friesland has 5. Okay, so no, none of them are at risk of being pissy with me because they have a bigger army than me. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot Poland kind of got fucked over this game. Because the Hungarians beat the shit out of them. I took the Teutons from them, and then Lithuania broke free from Poland.
Ah, nice.
So
are you
yeah, no,
guys
they're...
a vassal yet? Oh yeah,
they're-
you are a vassal. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's nothing I can really do right now.
Law wants me to support their independence. No, I'm good. I have like no ability to help you against the French. I'm sorry, Flaw, but I cannot. I simply cannot. I need Admin Tech 8 to get fucking courthouses. God damn it. I'm at Admin Tech 7. 3.
Bleak.
Okay, gonna multiply 5. There we go. Okay.
Yes, let me ask Sean to become their tributary.
Warrior.
Yes.
So I have to pay Sean money every month. When I'm across the fucking world from him and he relatively indefinitely cannot help prevent me from dying.
Yeah. Oh, my ships. Can I get any 22? Okay, I can do 2 more.
I could afford trade company investment. Yeah, I could, but like the only trade company I have is I have the Lower Saxon Baltic, but then I have the Polish one. But the Polish one is a single fucking province. And even if I had a war goal on Poland, Denmark would join, and I do not feel like fighting Denmark right now. I will have to fight them at some point, but that some point is not now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not like 5.
Coleslaw wants to be friends. Sure, why not? Coleslaw. We can be friends. What's that mission? What was that mission I was just looking at? All the following must be true. Frankfurt owned by me, the Hansa, or the Hansa's Trade League member, or a nation whose opinion is 100. Frankfurt, Dortmund, and Köln have to all be owned either by me, Trade League member, or someone who has a high opinion of me. Berg does not have a very high opinion of me. Aachen is in my trade league. Frankfurt... Mainz does not have a very high opinion. So I'd have to get Mainz and Berg's opinion of me up before I could even do that. But, construct the Horsentor. Military advisor, skill 1, owned by the Hansa base power at least. Oh yeah, I can't do that, because that has to be... The English have just discovered El Dorado. Fucking Christ. Why can't I get that luck when it comes to finding all those fancy places? God. No.
What do you mean they're already in the New World?
Yeah, apparently. Don't we have slower colonization anyway? How the fuck are they already in?
Yeah, believe me, I know.
How the fuck are they already? How the fuck do they already have level 6 exploration ideas? And how the fuck are they already in the New World?
I don't even have my first proper settlement in the Philippines yet.
Did you just call it the Philippines?
Did I?
I think you just called it the Philippines.
Sorry, I'm annoyed because there's shit stuck in my teeth right now from the stew I was eating. Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks.
That just sounds like a euphemism to be gay. Philippines.
Who up fiddling they peen right now?
Shut. These 10 heavy ships.
I'm jingling my bells right now. I'm jolly as fuck, man.
The chestnuts are roasting for an open fire, bro.
It hurts.
Why are we like this?
Because we are unmarried young men. I don't know.
Yeah.
True.
Wait, Sean.
I hate that you're right.
Damn, Sean, you're telling me you're not married anymore? Ah, fuck.
Not anymore.
Ah, shit. What happened to Mom? Which mother?
Well, no, the answer's all the same for all of them. They left.
It's just like depending on which kid you're talking to, which mother are we talking about?
Your actual mother or your stepmother?
Your actual mother or your stepmother or your sister's mother or their mother? In the fucking case of Staygold and his children, it's like, what happened to Mom? Well, which kid am I talking to?
Which one are you again? I have 1,600. Oh, you.
Foreign plots? Seize them and their wealth. Lose 10 Republican tradition, but I gained 400 ducats. I like that. I'd rather not lose the stability. Thank you.
Oh.
I like money. Money. Money, 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 money. I could upgrade the Brandenburg Gate or the Brandenburg Gate, though there's only one Brandenburg Gate to actually upgrade, apparently. Right now. Yeah. Yeah, whatever, I'll upgrade it. Why not? The Trade League of Pskov has been disbanded because of... They're the dude left. Disagreeing advisor. Off with its head. No. Oh, nobles are worried. Cool. I just lost the stability anyway. Fuck off, nobles. Look at nobles. Being worried about nothing. Fucking nobility. Being worried over fucking nothing.
Case of
Kansas courthouse. All in provinces, all in provinces, Div 10. Yeah. Make a long-term investment in the Monopoly Corporation. Why not? Hansa gets a student of language until the death of my ruler. Okay. Sure. Why not? I like language. I don't like the English language, but I like language. Summon the diet. Clergy, you want Hanover to have a church. That's doable. Okay. Let's build a church in Hanover. Church. Go. Oh no, my master mint died. I just got a new one. Yay. Best thing about being able to auto rehire advisors. The Adler von Lubeck National Decision. How do I do that? Country has a flagship. Yeah. I mean, I guess I need to make one anyway. If it's gonna be a heavy ship, flagship cannons plus 50, fleet morale, and fleet blockade. Actually, instead of fleet morale, fleet blockade and siege, cannons, and flagship durability. Yeah, sure. It's about that. The Hungarians are at war with the French. This surprises no one.
At least one province. Okay.
So close to Diplotech 8, or Admin Tech 8.
Okay, what about...
I need 748, I'm at 677. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
My leader's now multilingual. Let's go.
Okay, things are going pretty quickly here. Got a bunch of provinces that are just changing to Catholic really quickly.
Nice.
Okay, so which one do I need here? Diplomatic. So I need somebody to focus on diplomatic focus this time. What does this do?
So close to Admin Tech 8. Come on. Just another couple months. Another couple months and I can get it, probably.
Maybe.
Making about 13 a month, and I need 748. Yeah, I'm at 729. I should get it easily within the next month or two. Probably just next month. Probably just coming up right now. October. Nope. Okay. So November. I'll get it at the start of November. Okay. Assuming I don't spend all of my. Assuming I don't spend any admin points or have to spend any admin points before then.
Come on.
And November. Admin Tech 8 courthouses. Yes, please. Okay. I can build a courthouse in Lubeck. Okay, I need to for my mission. Let's go.
Why is it not?
Downside, I still need to dev all of my fucking provinces to 10, but oh well. Probably could have done that mission before I expanded a little bit more than I had.
Ooh.
Oh.
Chris?
I'm here. Hello? Is everything...
Hello?
Can you hear me?
You are lagging behind.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh god, it's internet.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll get it back. I need to use the bathroom. Is Chris's internet done dying?
Am I back?
Maybe.
Hi.
Hi.
You tell
back?
us.
I don't know. Are you back?
I think so.
I think.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's
65.
go.
What is
Right.
this?
Let us go.
Oh, I need 100 of these double points. That sucks. Okay.
Oltwins, do I have you on Scootage? No, I don't. Oh yeah, because you actually are like a decent naval vassal. Yeah, I could probably make you into a naval march if I wanted to, but you'd pay me less money. I mean, to be fair, you're only paying me 0.59, but... Oh, what?
Oh, I can already make it.
Wait, Brandenburg? Oh, Brandenburg went to a 2... They went from an OPM to a 2 p.m. Well, I mean, it gave me an excuse to beat them up to get Berlin and Niederhausen. Or Lausitz? Lausitz? Yeah. Couldn't see the name for a second.
Okay,
Lausitz.
I need to increase my stability.
Actually, it's not even Berlin that they have. They have Prignitz. Yeah. It's so weird. And Cologne wouldn't even get involved. I like that. Alright. Come here, Brandenburg. Time for your beat-up session.
What is it?
It's time for me to get you.
When I get you.
Me when I fucking get you. Somehow Berlin had zero military development. That makes sense.
Yeah, one of my provinces around here has a 0, or it did.
Well, yeah, but this is Berlin we're talking about.
Yeah, and I don't know, the AI likes to just say, I'm going to take it away.
Yeah.
I'm going to exploit dev until I can't.
Stettin wants to offer me condottieri. Oh yeah, I'll take your 6 infantry for free, because literally you're offering me them for free. I don't need them, but I mean, you know, maybe.
Like, free manpower is free manpower, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Oh, for
29.
Hans-
Okay. So
Hans-
I'll just buy another
Let-
light ship.
let's
Yeah, you guys keep protecting everything.
I don't need it. Let's just make that
Division,
because
Ivory Coast.
I don't really think I need to worry about preparing the League for war right now. Pass the Act of Uniformity. Missionary speed up and institution embracement cost up. No. The Adler von Lubeck until the 1st of September. Heavy ship cost, naval tradition decay, flagship cannons, and diplomatic technology cost down. Let's go. Okay. Does that mean I can do that mission now that I needed? No, I need at least 25 heavy ships. Never mind. Oh yeah, can I do that mission now? No, you need a fuckload more ships. Oh. Sad. And I can't even build fucking shipyards yet, because I don't have Diplotech 8. Well, that's what it requires. For shipyards. Alright, Brandenburg. Well, been nice knowing you. But your territory is now my territory. Austria? Austria is a junior partner with Hungary. That's why they're not the Holy Roman Emperor anymore. Right. Guess I need a buddy up to the Palatinate then. Okay. Queen's Hall. Town Hall of Lübeck. Beide Partial Einrichter Horn und del Ordel. I apologize for anyone who speaks German listening to my butchering of your lovely language there.
I just usually tune you out when you try speaking it.
Scheiße.
Granted, I'm not the best either, so I'm sure Heinrich would actually just kill you if he heard it.
Scheiße, ich bin ein Gefahr.
Ich bin ein Gefahr.
49.
And my
Shipyard building upgraded. If no building is present, add shipyard. Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah, free shipyard.
Hey, free shipyard.
I'll never say no to a free shipyard.
And I got my I got a dry dock because my dock got up. Oh wait, I already had a shipyard, so I got replaced with the grand shipyard. Let's go.
That's big.
Nice.
And my dock got upgraded to a dry dock. Let's go. Sean, I guess you have to be dry now.
Damn it.
Looks at beer in hand. Damn it.
Looks at glass of whiskey in front of me. Damn it.
God damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Any country, the culture group is French. Opinion of the Hansa is at least 100. Allied with the Hansa. No, I'm good.
Sorry,
As
I'm done.
easy as it would be for me to ally Burgundy and potentially get a personal union with Burgundy, I'm not going to. Oh yeah, I forgot about this mission, which requires me to have at least 5 mercenary companies or have at least 40 mercenaries under my rule. Under my control. That's not happening. I rarely hire mercenaries. Purely because they're not really worth it. Unless you really don't have the army for the battle, it's rarely worth it. Sacrificing army professionalism for, just for, basically cheap units. Military engineer advisor of a skill of at least 3. Okay, do I have a military engineer that I can hire right now? No. Let's fire my current advisor and hire a military engineer. Where's military engineer? They're not... Is a military engineer not even a military advisor? I swear. Is it a Diplo advisor? No. I'm confused. It can't be an admin, could it?
No.
No. Huh? Why can I not hire a military engineer? The fuck?
There's simply not a single one.
Even
In
in
the
the
entire
Court of
country.
Advisors, apparently.
Is it one in your entire country?
Oh, hey, my guy.
You are bereft of choices.
Master Recruiter, Army Reformer, Army Organizer. Boot my current military advisor, toggle Court of Advisors. There's not... Huh? There's not a... What?
Figure it out!
It's a... military engineer. Military engineer, yeah. That goes to the advisors page. Yeah, that's fine. The advisors page. Military advisors. Military engineer, fort defense plus 20. Okay. Oh, they're fucking renamed. Oh, their thing isn't actually... Okay, that's confusing. Okay, whatever. I figured it out. I got it, as annoying as that was. I gotta wait to fire them. They're level 3, and I can't afford a level 3. Actually, can I afford a level 3? I can actually afford a level 3 advisor, technically. I don't know why I just upped my diplomat to level 3. Actually, that is useful considering I just completed a mission, apparently. What mission is that? Contact Intercept. I needed a trader, and I needed to make him level 3 for my mission. That's what I needed. Theory of mercantilism event happens. Oh boy. Mercantilism was an economic theory and practice prevalent in Europe from the 16th to 18th century, emphasizing accumulation of wealth through favorable balance of trade. Money makes the world go round. Theory of mercantilism. Merchant trade power +5. Ooh, hell yeah. The Hansa has unlocked the quest for the new world idea. I mean, I could do that really quickly. Realistically, that wouldn't be the hardest thing for me to do. I just have to quickly throw on exploration ideas and then just basically get rid of it. What mission did I just complete? What? Oh, that one. The Entreport cloth. Oh, because Brugge is, yeah, has been a Hanseatic outpost for at least 20 years. Did I need to keep Breda as one? Borgenlos and Antwerpen. No, okay, so I didn't need... There's not even one in Antwerpen. There's not even one in Antwerp. Fuck. Okay, so I guess I just gotta... That's stupid. Oh no, Antwerpen. Yeah, no, I'm stupid. That is where the thing I'm doing. Yeah, okay. I was looking... looking at Amsterdam. I can't read, apparently. Okay, what else do I need? Oh yeah, all provinces Dev 10. This is gonna take a while. Oh well. I mean, it'll help in the long run, I guess. So, Sean should be proud of me for the game forcing me to have to dev all my provinces.
Good.
Sure, purchase all enabled investments. Why not spend my $3 grand on my fucking trade companies? How much money am I making? About 55 ducats. Not bad. Oh, 57, actually. Even better. I wish I had another diplomat. I only have 3, though. I'll stop boosting relations with Flanders for now. Keep Brabant and start Norway. Marketplaces. Build marketplaces. Give me more money. Oh, greedy bastard. Give me more money. Okay, please. It's now 10. That's 5. Ah, God, yeah, fucking... Over here in East Prussia is gonna be fun. Those provinces are all, like, level 4. I could get around it by just, like, releasing, like, the Teutonic Order as a vassal, but... It would get rid of my Baltic Trade Company, which would get rid of one of my merchants. Which I kind of like having. Kind of like having merchants. They're, you know, very useful for making money. Regional ability, challenge the Hansa. Crush them! And this is why I don't like the nobility. They try to challenge my right to rule. And then I have to put them down, like... rabid dogs. I Blame Sean for the nobles.
Do not blame me for my fellow's mistakes.
The only one of us in a war right now is, and would you guess it, Chris.
The constant need to be at war.
I waited for the truce to be up, so.
Hey, at least he waited this time.
Yeah. See, come on, I'm good for it. Come on.
He's learning.
He's learning. I wish to become the Curia controller, please, Pope. I've put 35.8% chance. Please pick me. I'm apparently being a pick me, but for the Pope. Which is kind of cursed. I hate it.
Yeah.
Understandable.
The Catholics got to do what the Catholics got to do. A good Catholic follows orders.
Good Catholics follow orders.
The Pope says, kill this heathen. I'll kill this heathen.
The Lord speaks through the Pope. He says to kill those people one province over.
His will shall be done. Deus vult. Just ominous chanting in the distance. The Roman invading Germany. Just ominous chanting coming from the swamps. The Romans. Maybe we should turn around.
They don't understand it, but it's just the fucking zoom, zoom, zoom,
Yeah.
zoom, zoom, zoom. He was just a rookie trooper, and he surely shook with pride.
Fucking Romans just invading Germany in the Middle Ages. The native populations of Germany chanting from the woods. The Romans pissing themselves and running away.
Why is Musashi so painful?
The ship or the province?
Province.
Or
The
I
ship
guess-
comes later.
I mean, the ship. I guess technically ship slash ship girl question mark. Something like that.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. I'm gonna just shut up. Me.
I'm gonna be quiet on that one.
Just me sitting here like, it's
You
probably
know,
a good
you know
idea.
what? Let's just forget that we even talked about it in the first place.
Let's forget. Like,
So we don't get Chris McBanned
McBanned for
McBanned.
talking about Azure Lane when there's people
about
talking
what
about
would-
warships on Twitch.
what I would do to a ship girl.
No, well, yeah, or not.
And
Yeah,
what they
not,
would do to
not going
me.
down that route, Sean. It's not where
I
I'm
always
going.
go down that route. My head's always
I
in
know,
the gutter.
You're weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean that's the new normal nowadays, isn't it? I have a 3-star admiral, apparently. Huh. Neat. Some of the diet. Clergy wants Hamburg to have a church. Didn't I? Oh no, wait, that was Hanover. Yeah. It was Hanover that they originally wanted to have a church. Now it's Hamburg.
Oh.
They just want me to put churches everywhere, don't they?
Yes.
Damn clergymen in their churches. Wanting me to put churches all over my beautiful countryside. My beautiful Baltic Sea countryside. Stettin has cancelled our condottieri agreement. I kind of forgot I even had condottieri from you, Stettin. I'm gonna be honest. Kind of forgot I even accepted that in the first place. Denmark, why are you allied to, like, everybody I need to beat up? You're allied to East Frisia, you're allied to Brunswick, you're allied to Stettin, you're allied to Poland and Lithuania. Playing both sides there, I guess.
6.
See that he is acquitted from trial. Gain 0.5 corruption. By doing a random thing in that event. Okay, whatever. Sure. I'm just drilling my army, because, like, one, it gets me army professionalism, but two, it also just helps the units gain, you know, drill helps them be better in combat.
Better
Also,
river.
has a chance to level up some stats of your generals, assuming they don't die painfully when drilling.
Assuming they don't get a cannonball to the chest.
Yeah, or stabbed by one of their own troops' bayonets.
On accident.
Allegedly. Allegedly on accident. Still a little bit suspicious of that one, but I can't prove anything. Yet.
I just can't prove it.
Yet. Can't prove it yet.
Trademark.
TM, yeah. Yetum. I have 44% of the trade in the Krakow trade node, and all I have is a single fucking province. Probably because Poland, again, got beat up so hard by the Hungarians and then the Lithuanians. Hungary's actually, like, rising to be, like, a major power in Europe in this game, which is not very common for the Hungarians to do in this game. Usually, they either end up as a junior partner under Austria, or they end up getting eaten by the Ottomans. But
Ganged up on by Poland and Austria.
But in this case, the Ottomans are dead, and the Hungarians are... They ganged up on the Polish.
They are thriving.
Yeah, they are thriving this game. Which is surprising to me, but hey, I mean, go Hungary.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of scare me, because they're close to me, and they have both Bohemia and Austria as junior partners, which is doubly terrifying. But I have the English and the Danish. Although, to be fair, really the only one who would probably help me in a land fight right now would be the Danish.
Zazu,
English.
you would be willing
Probably.
to be in a thing with me.
I just got another little army of like 10 infantry.
Sure, I have no real interest in you.
I'm gonna be slightly over my army limit, but oh well. I'm gonna be over by 1. A whopping 1. Just want my national focus to military instead of admin. My dude's not very skilled in the way of admin points. Upgrade my advisors to levels 2, 2, 3, 2. That's what it does my name say. Using the development map mode's actually kind of helping me figure out where I have and haven't developed to the point that I need to stop. Because I can click on a province that has 10 dev, and it'll show me all the provinces around it that have just about the same development. Give or take a few development levels. Rostov left the trade league. Oh, Rostov is a brother kingdom of Muscovy. Okay. Well, that sucks, but oh well. Hey, any other random OPMs want to join the trade league? I have a couple free spots. Actually, speaking of free slots, I need to... Do I have a free diplomatic slot? No. Because of Goslar. Okay, Goslar, I don't want to be in alliance with you because I'd rather be in the alliance with Plotnay. I'm already in an alliance with the Plotnay? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's Sorry, Ghostlaw. I apologize for my previous statement. I apologize for my previous outburst. I wish to be friends again. My dog has to go out, and I need water. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm also probably going to preheat the oven for something to eat. So I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
All right.
While he does that, I'll make a quick trip to the bathroom. I'll be back.
All right.
Okay, I'm back until the oven preheats.
Alright, so I went to the washroom.
Sean, are you here?
Yes.
Here. Oh, my back.
Yeah, Sean's here.
My back.
Your neck. Your back.
Oh. I'm dying.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I'm dying. Oh my god, he's dead.
Men, when they suffer the slightest injury, or men when they like suffer a catastrophic injury, like half their arm is just hanging off. Oh, just a flesh wound, it's fine. Men, the second they get sick, I'm dying. Send my last will and testament to my loved ones. Tell my wife I loved her. Honey, you just have a fever. I'm dying.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Dying.
I think I remember reading somewhere that it's actually we're programmed to be that way as men because since we're complaining and being loud about it, it still keeps animals away even though we can't fight them off
Yeah.
because we're big, we're loud, we're scary to them.
Yep.
So even though we can't fight back, the animal thinks that we're big and scary still.
We just have to scream at the top of our lungs that we're dying to keep animals away.
It's also why dads have, dad sneezes.
Yeah, which makes sense for you, Sean.
Yeah.
You are a dad and you have a very loud sneeze.
Yes.
It's funny because Sean, I'm older than Sean. Most of the friend group that I actively hang out with, most of us are around the same age. But it's funny that even though a lot of us are older than Sean, we still refer to Sean as father.
Yes.
Like, I'm 26,
I
going
was
on
told
27 in February, and I still call Sean father because
I was told in high school that I was a father figure to people.
Yeah.
Okay, deja vu. I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Probably because
A
we have.
bunch of, yeah.
Deja vu? I feel like I've been in this place before. Higher and higher. I don't know all of the lyrics to that song.
Gas, gas, gas.
Gotta step on the gas.
Gotta step on the ass tonight.
Why are you stepping on a donkey?
Because it annoyed me.
Because it annoyed me. Wow.
Robert.
This rock.
Robert.
It's pissing me off.
This donkey. It's pissing me off, Robert.
God. Marcus the Worm and Jufa are... they're the same person, by the way, in case you didn't know. Sean.
I did not.
Yeah, Jufa and Marcus are the same person. And Robert, they actually know the person behind Jufa and Marcus in real life. But obviously, due to their friend, the person behind them, wanting to have their identity remain secret for good reason, they, are not going to, share that person's name. But they do know them in real life, and they have met them in real life. He said he was on I kind of want to say like a podcasting with a few other couple other people, just kind of like as a special guest. And he's like, yeah, they actually live like down the road from me. Like they live like 15 minutes away or something. And they're like, yeah, we've actually, met and, like, talked and stuff.
Oh, that might be bad.
Oh,
Nope. Nope. We pull it out our butts. Come on. Come on. Yes.
It's not me or Chris who's at war this time. It's Sean.
Yeah.
I have
and die.
I have 2 more provinces that need to be devved to 10, and then all of my current provinces will be devved to level 10. Pain and suffering.
Yeah, that must be nice. I wish I had level 10s.
Brother, I How many provinces do I have? How many? Well, I'm just gonna count the states that I have. So I have Vesa. That's 4. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. So that'd be 25 there. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I have 34 provinces. I've had to dev to 10. Could I have made it easier on myself by, like, again, just releasing, like, you know, a vassal or something to take up those spots? Definitely.
Probably.
Did I make it easier on myself? No. Do I regret it? Kind of.
A bit.
Yeah. This province is almost development level 10, and then I will only have one more province to level up to level 10, and that mission will be done, and I will be happy. I mean, I need to do that mission anyway, so it's like I have to for a good chunk of my mission tree here. Only cost -5, potential number of buildings 1, transfer trade acceptance plus 100. Oh shit. Every member of our trade league will gain prosperity in their capital and 25 trust towards me. Let's go. What's this mission? Eagle of Lubeck. Oh yeah, I have at least 25 heavy ships. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Because heavy ships are expensive, and I don't have the naval limit for that. Okay. All but one of my provinces is development level 10 or higher. So, thank God. Need one more province to get to level 10. It's at level 5 right now, so it's getting there. Slowly, but it is getting there.
That's good, yeah.
I cannot conduct a national census right now, game, as that requires 100 admin power that I do not have. I have 45. And that quickly dissolves because I have to dev these fucking provinces. And by deving provinces, unfortunately, I have the issue of I am falling behind in mill and dip tech.
Yeah, well, I still need to embrace the Renaissance, bro. Oh,
hey, I got the Curia. Let's go. Isn't there one which? Yeah, development cost -5. Fucking hell, that's actually very useful for once. Usually I don't pick that one, but in this specific instance, that's actually going to be great. Fucking hell. Okay, that's all my provinces. All my provinces to level 10. Okay, thank fuck. Ruler has an admin skill of 6. Hans has completed economic ideas, has completed all government reforms, have an ally with at least 150 opinion, whose province that produces gold, or have a province with gold and 5 base production, or the owner of Goldstalar has 150 opinion of us while they are allied or in our trade league. That's a lot of things that I would have to... A lot of ifs, ands, or buts. Do I have any provinces producing gold? No, I don't have any provinces producing gold. There are a total of...
Like how he's just ignoring that.
5 provinces in Europe produce gold.
Yeah.
It's in Castile, Bohemia, Hungary, Austria, and Serbia. Right. So that's not happening. Let's improve relations with Goldslaw, I guess. Reconquest casts a spell against Denmark. What? Reconquest against Muscovy. Riga is no longer in my trade league because they're bigger than an OPM. Thanks, Denmark. Real cool. Asshole. like having OPMs in my trade league, thank you. I don't appreciate them being taken away from me.
I have Renaissance at 72% in my capital.
Okay, oven is done preheating. I will be right back.
Rock!
So 79% of the trade there, 31%. Okay. Oh.
I am here for another 12 minutes until the oven's done.
Okay.
Alright. Everyone alive?
Yep.
Barely.
Barely, but yes.
Okay. Valid.
You are a character in an MMORPG. What do you drop when you die? A thank you note.
That's dark, but yeah. Yeah. I can see it. Is there really no more OPMs I can invite to my trade league? Oh no, there's one. Brigands.
General died in the middle of a siege.
That sucks.
Alright. I need one gentleman, please. Just one gentleman.
One gentleman to stand up and take his place.
And just run back to a place we already have under our control real quick. Yes, just like that. Recruit a general. There we go. You're so much worse. I don't like you.
You're so much worse. I don't like you.
I hate you.
Understandable.
I also hate me.
I'm gonna start writing that thank you note. I'll be right back.
God.
How should I start this?
That's a
That's a thing.
Yeah.
You gonna help me write this or not?
No.
Damn. I knew you liked me.
That's a rather big jump. Rather big leap there, Bubba.
Yeah, I know.
Jumping from me not wanting to help you write the note to I knew you liked me. How do you know it wasn't just because I want to off you myself?
Then you would still be getting the thank you note.
I don't need a thank you
Just
note.
not with your help in it.
Who needs a thank you note?
Well, you're getting one.
Who needs a thank you note when you can just thank me before I
My last breath is literally just me saying, "Thank you."
And then proceeds to fucking die. Yeah, just. Dies.
I feel like that's just a fucked up version of that lighter they found in Vietnam. You know, it's like the one like 42 confirmed kills. If you're recovering my body, fuck you.
Supremacy of the diet. Calling the diet no longer increases influence. Elections influence the estate. Calling the diet increases Republican tradition. Presidential system. I like that, because that doesn't buff the estates. Wait, why can't I seize executive power? Because I'm a plutocracy. I could stop being a plutocracy. I could go become the noble elite or an oligarchy and then proceed to seize executive power, but I'm lazy. Let's get a presidential system. I'll get a presidential system, but the president rules until he literally dies.
Mm-hmm.
So is it
okay, a presidential dictatorship?
I say, is it truly a presidential system if I have the election system of sortition, where rulers only get elected when the previous one dies?
Well, a presidential system is just a system where one guy still has this executive power.
So yes, it still counts. Got it.
A prime ministership has someone who answers to someone else. Because, like, with Ireland, they have a prime minister who does everything. Because they based their government off of the British system. And they just have the monarch as the ceremonial president who fills in for everything.
Basically,
like
Ireland is a parliamentary republic. That's what.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Which
It's just they don't have a monarch like most other prime ministerships do.
It saddens me in the fact that the funny-haired old man is no longer running Ireland. It saddens me.
I thought he was the president, not the.
I don't know what he is. He's just not. He's not there anymore. And it saddens me. Funny-haired Irishman.
Well, he
nice dude.
He was a pretty good dude.
Sean.
I didn't agree with his politics, but he was funny. So.
Sean trying to find a reason to disagree with me, like, well, yeah,
fuck you.
You know, it's like, you know what? I agree. Here's pretty cool.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bastard. Fuck you, Baltimore.
Fuck you. Get fucked.
You, Baltimore. You're dumb enough to buy my cars.
Get fucked.
Okay. I was hoping Sean would continue the meme, but Sean's busy being a gremlin.
Sorry, it's been a very long time since I've watched Anchorman.
I've never seen the movie, I just know the meme a little bit.
Alright, we gotta figure out a day we can watch it. Chris, write that down.
Write it down.
Writing it down now.
Write that shit down. Write that shit down.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull that up?
Can you pull it up? Proceeds to pull something up. That's
not exactly what I asked for, but okay.
And it's like not exactly what I asked for, but hey, I mean, sure.
We'll go with it.
Yeah. Every cloth-producing province in the Low Countries regions gets increasing export of cloth for 25 years. Nice. Growth of the Flemish...
Oh, right. Renaissance has appeared in Kyoto after many times.
Congratulations. The good news is, you'll be caught up as of this moment, if you embrace it.
Well, I'm not spending 500 ducats for that right now, so that can wait.
Only 500?
I know.
Really?
Yeah. Well, 600. 593.
Happy birthmas.
Oh, well, thanks.
Now embrace that shit.
Thank you.
You're gonna be caught up with the rest of the world.
That made me a major power.
Sadly, no.
It just said I was a major power.
Oh, yeah, no, you are a great power. Yeah. Yeah, you're just below Venice.
Venetia.
I'm second, just below Hungary. Chris has yet to make it on the... Oh, and there we go. Sean was caught up for a whole 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Norway got colonialism first. Interesting.
Where?
What the hell? Huh? Random dude who's a 663, who's a famous merchant, could come into power, and he's only in his 30s. Yes, please. He's now a 664. Hell yeah! I like having younger candidates ruling the country who are not potentially in their 60s or 70s and are potentially going to die.
First time.
Lübeck and gold and I'll be produced in Lübeck and Goslar. Let's go. Expanded Lübeck herring market will be removed. I don't care. I'm now producing gold.
Nice.
Woo, baby, gold. That's what we're talking about. What's this other mission? Mercantilism is at least 60%, has completed trade ideas. Traders is the ruling faction. Contest power projections at least 50. So I need 60% mercantilism. Christ. I'm at 48. Gonna take a bit to get up to 60, but can do. So right now, at 54% mercantilism, I get 108 provincial trade power, 54% embargo efficiency, and 5.4% burgers loyalty equilibrium.
Nice.
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
The good news with Norway having colonialism first above all other nations is I'm friends with Denmark. Although we're kind of... By friends, we're more like begrudging allies because their opinion of me is only 58. I'm apparently allied to their rival. Oh, their rival is England. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Now I have to catch up to, until I have everything where I need colonialism. And then I'll just start deving provinces again until I can get it in one of my lands.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because I don't think I'm getting it from you guys anytime soon.
I don't even have Renaissance yet.
Yeah, that's so what
It's
I did,
nearing
Chris.
me.
So if you go to your state actions,
Yeah.
the state sign, then you encourage development.
Mm-hmm.
And then you dev until you can expand infrastructure, and then keep deving until you get Renaissance. That's how I just got it.
I'm now an 8.
You're basically wanting to make it as cheap for yourself as you can for even in the future. So right now Kyoto is at 37
Oh, okay. Yeah.
by just deving what I could at a time. So I'm gonna wait for everything to, get Renaissance, so it'll actually, I'll be fully sure that it's deving into colonialism, and then we'll start again.
Every member of our trade league will gain the same reward of provincial trade power and trade value modifier. My leader gets 1 Diplo and 1 admin. However, that doesn't matter because my guy already had 6 and 6. But sure. And then I still need to get 25 heavy ships. Fuck my life. That's gonna call forever. Call forever?
Are you okay?
No.
Okay.
I am never okay. What's my naval limit right now? My naval limit is 145. All right, wait, beer back. Oven's done.
Oh. This is like the 3rd time he's paused in this one war. Oh.
Unfortunately, you have to blame him. Okay.
All right, I am back.
All right.
What'd you say, Sean?
We're all dead.
Whoa.
Yep. Well, at least on the inside. No.
If it becomes outside, you get the thank you note.
True.
Backs. Spit yo shit.
Okay, come on. Oh. Influence. Off vassalization. Potentially fix that. I forget. Yes. 53. Okay. Stations. What? 77.
Oh. Lithuania is back to being a junior partner under Poland.
Hmm. There's probably prestige. Oh, you're also willing to be my vassal. Okay. Okay. Relation improvement. Oh.
And Chris, another way to make deving cheaper under the estates for your clergy, there's a development of temples.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you a modifier that makes it cheaper if there's a church in that province.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Minus 5% local development cost. Just, a little tip.
Okay. Yeah.
Just the tip.
Good idea. Okay.
I only have good ideas.
Debatable.
The fuck you mean debatable?
I mean debatable.
Historians are going to be questioning whether you had a face or not when I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Wow.
How's that for debatable?
Yeah. Well, you're the descendant of a lemon.
How could you?
Oh.
Oh my god. The first insult that generated. Japan is so weak that you don't even have the best army in your own country.
That's a rough one.
I have never seen that one before.
That is a rough one.
You should declare bankruptcy now.
I'm good. I have no debts.
Even your talented and ambitious daughter cannot undo your failures.
Damn.
One of the insults is just ratio. And all
L
lowercase.
plus code plus seethe plus mold plus ratio.
I wish the smallest of rocks in your shoes. You know who else was full annexed? My ma. Your society is so barbaric that even the Romans can't civilize this backward land.
Oh.
Damn.
Keep eating bricks, bud. Furthermore, I believe Kyoto must be destroyed. I mildly dislike you.
Only mildly.
You know what, Sean? Have that.
Damn. I thought we had something going here.
We do. It's just I mildly dislike you, which is more.
I hate you.
Which me mildly disliking you is significantly less than how much I dislike the French or the Hungarians right now.
Valid.
So, be grateful.
I'll take what I can get.
Be the Grateful Dead.
I'm always grateful.
But are you always dead?
Dead? No. Dad? Yes.
Well, I said be the Grateful Dead, and you said that you're always grateful, so I figured maybe you were always dead, too.
Depends on the day.
Fair. Same, honestly.
Which memories are up today? Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it.
What memories are up today? Random memory from like 12 years ago when you said something slightly cringy. Oh, cool! I'm not sleeping tonight.
No, it's not like that for me.
Yeah, for me, a lot of my issue just comes from the fact that like my brain will be like, "Oh, hey, you remember that thing you said like 10 years ago that could be taken as offensive? Yeah, how about we remember that?"
It's kind of like that for me, but it's never like... I know that I was cringy back in high school, so I just don't even think of high school. But
I know I'm cringy in general, but I can't
I
help think of it.
I usually, when I get sad, I just remember my first duty station.
Huh, duty.
Yeah, laugh it up.
Sean's going to steal me. Steal me?
Yeah,
Stab
I'm
me.
stealing you. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate me too.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be me.
I don't want to be you either, honestly.
I don't want to be me anymore.
Yeah.
And that is all I will sing of that song.
Probably for the better.
Probably.
Trade conflict with Venice. Oh no. Anyway. Oh no. Anyway. Bad news. What? The Dacia Sandero has been delayed again. Oh no. Anyway. The Dacia Sandero. I'm delayed again. Oh yeah, I won't have... I will have to be unmedicated tomorrow. I don't have any more Adderall.
No.
Welcome to the club.
Waiting for my pharmacy to get back a hold of me, or I'm going to have to call them tomorrow and ask if they have it. If they don't, I'm going to have to then call the doctor's office, have them send the, check thing in to said pharmacy, so the pharmacy can check other pharmacies.
First time?
No. Sadly, no.
I was medicated again for a little bit when I got up here to Connecticut. And then my primary care provider said, hey, by the way, I can only do this once.
Bruh.
You have to go talk to mental health if you want refills. And I said, I'm not going to go talk to mental health.
That's very
Because
Sean.
then they'll start going into other things, and I don't want to talk about those other things.
That's a very Sean thing.
So I just
You'd
stopped
rather
taking my meds.
You would rather stew in your own problems than try to figure out your problems.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm the opposite.
It's why I will not go to therapy.
I would rather figure out my problems than sit here and stew in my own problems, but unfortunately,
I'd rather get, extremely fucking blitzed every half a year, and just start crying and call while talking about it than go deal with it.
I think there's something wrong with you.
Why do you think the thank you note is there?
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Just realizing this?
No, I've known this. It's just
I've known this. I'm just shocked.
just something that, unfortunately, you are among
It's just
the
how I
many
am.
men who refuse to acknowledge.
I acknowledge my issues. I just refuse to go to therapy.
Once again, one of many people. One of many, many men who do the same thing.
Yes.
Which I don't understand.
Well, I got yelled at for talking about my problems at my first duty station. I was told to stop crying, you're a man. So it's why I rarely cry. But if I had talked to them, it would have been, this is why, and it was all my command. So whenever I kind of walked over there, they kind of said, all of your issues do not pertain to us. Do not come here again.
Yeah, see, your first mistake was trying to talk to the military about your problems.
I had to.
Your second mistake is keeping
Being
the
the
fact
military.
But okay, your third mistake is keeping the fact that thinking from the military on you that everyone's just gonna,
No,
be pissy about it.
I don't know. It's probably PTSD, to be honest.
You give me PTSD.
I'm glad.
You shouldn't be.
I am
Love you,
anyway.
Trebek. Feel free to ask these diminutive spirits for sexual favors, but don't say Guten Tag. They're not actually German. Me. Who are the slut gnomes of false Berlin? Trebek. Bizarre little men. You're still in control of the board.
Wild.
Days on the Slut Gnomes of False Berlin is my new band name. No, that's the album name. The band name is Bizarre Little Men. Oh, I love Reddit sometimes. It's a fascinating place.
Yes.
Also a
I
very
like going there into the salt mines to see what y'all are talking about in there. It's funny.
Oh, I don't even go to politics really. The most political I have is like I'm in like one or two like I think I'm in r/socialism, and then I'm in like r/Gen Z. I'm also in like the AOC subreddit, but like
I don't actually look at the I don't look at those ones, but they'll pop up in my feed, and I'll be like, that has got to be the dumbest take I have ever seen.
Yeah, which is often
Or
why I
like
don't look
right
at
now it's like all Uma Musume on my feed, so
Yeah.
I don't actually take a look at it. But like I'll look at like this New England Independence subreddit, and I would be like, that has got to be the dumbest thing I think anyone has ever said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they refuse to look at the elephant of the room of how are we going to secede if this like does come about, and they're just like playing with the idea of, oh, we're gonna make it so painful for the right that they're just gonna kick us out of the country themselves. I'm like, no. If you want this to be a thing, you actually need to organize and have guns.
Sean being a dad like usual, just looking down on the children, just going, no, that's not how you do it.
That's not how that works at all. Like, you guys don't even have an idea properly of like what's going to be happening once you do get this so-called independence. It's so funny. It's so funny
to
to
imagine
Sean
Sean sitting there looking at like a bunch of kids trying to do something and just going, no, that's not how it's supposed to be done. Here, let me show you how it's supposed to be done. And
they're so busy trying to say, oh, we should change the flag. Oh, this should be our national anthem. No, this should be. And like they're fighting over all this stuff that would not matter until you actually get independence.
Yeah.
And they're not even trying to
know.
think of how to work towards it. I'm like, God, you guys are cooked.
Like, for me, like I said, really the most political I even am is I'm in like a few little political, couple political subreddits, but they don't really pop up on my feed most of the time. And most of the time, if they do, I kind of just look at it, either laugh or kind of just like browse the comments, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah. You know me, I'm a realist about like everything.
Yeah.
And so most of the times when I'm looking at those political things, I'm like, you did not think this through, did you? And then I'll look at the comments and I'll be like, how are these people agreeing with this? What? How do you agree with this take? This is the dumbest take I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, no, I mean, I get that.
It's not like I'm one of those trolls that go in there like, oh, this is stupid, and that's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it, I'm like, you're stupid.
Avoid like going into a lot of like overly political subreddits because one, it's the internet. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion, but two, I've had enough arguments with random people online of politics and my own personal beliefs in situations that I don't feel like
my
having
politics
an argument
depend on who I'm trolling that day.
Like I don't feel like having an argument about politics with some random, some random person on Reddit. If I wanted to have an argument about politics, I already have a few people I could talk to about that stuff easily and have an argument with.
Hi.
No, me and you are usually pretty chill about that. No, I was mostly joking about Brian or Heinrich.
Well, yeah, Brian gets fucking belligerent at anything.
Yeah, he has anger issues. Claims he's working on them, but...
He used to go to therapy for it when he was younger, apparently. He might have to start going back. That's just me talking, though.
Yeah.
He does have some issues, I will say that. Love him like a brother, because he is, but...
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's a lot that I can say about certain people when it comes to political takes or just disagreements or conversations I can have with people about them, and it's something where I'm like, most of the time it's fine. I don't really have those conversations or anything with people for the purpose of I don't fucking want to.
Understandable.
I don't like, having those types of arguments and stuff with people because it's just I don't know. It gets
belligerent really fast.
It gets belligerent really fast, and it really depends on who you're talking to, because some people are way more belligerent about that than others.
They just can't keep their cool.
And then you have some people who are perfectly capable of just having a normal, one-on-one conversation without yelling and screaming bloody murder at the other person.
I think we have way too much screaming at each other, screaming bloody murder right now.
That's one reason I can actually tolerate talking about politics with Sean. It's because me and him can sit down, have a civil discussion, and be like, I can
agree with you on this, but you're stupid on this.
I agree with you on this. I agree with you on this. I don't agree with you on this, but here's my opinion.
I'll call you stupid, tell you my opinion.
Well, I mean,
I won't actually say you're
discussions we've had, even though this isn't really meant to be a political thing. I mean, look, a political sort of stream. I mean, look at what we've done here. I mean,
I think
nothing's happened here.
I think it's kind of funny because originally we always talked about we should try to avoid, many, sensitive topics and, real life stuff for politics or something. And I'm like, I agree, but then again, it's like...
It adds content.
Yeah, at the same time, it's
I'm content.
And I don't think, looking back on it, none of us have said anything, really stupid, I don't think.
No,
or,
no,
you
no,
know.
no.
Not politically.
not
I
really,
said
no.
some things that probably shouldn't have been said, but you know.
Yeah, no, we keep it.
Like that one time I got, what, 5 minutes of the stream muted?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was 5 minutes.
I
but
think
you
it was
know,
like
got a
2
chunk
minutes
of
at most, if I remember correctly.
But you did get a little chunk of it muted. So
I was surprised that Heinrich wasn't able to get anything muted during that Cards Against Humanity stream.
Well, I think the thing with Cards Against Humanity is different.
You expect
the
it.
fact that like
You expect it.
you expect it, and because it's Cards Against Humanity, you're really gonna get pissy over Cards Against Humanity. Like,
Yeah.
No, you're gonna look at it, be like, "That's off color. It's funny, but it's off color."
yeah, you're gonna know that it's dark and dumb humor, and you shouldn't find it funny,
But you do.
but it's kind of funny on occasion.
Yeah.
Like, Heinrich said he's not playing Cards Against Humanity unless we get blank cards that you can write in, the write-in cards.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not
And
even.
you can't do it on that website, so...
I say, I don't even think that's a possibility that you can get outside of playing it like in person.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, I think that's where I may have to draw the line in terms of, like, you know,
because Heinrich just complains that it's all millennial humor, and he's like, this is dog shit.
Like, look, I'm fine with having, like, you know, the dark humor in certain areas, but like there does have to be a limit to
yeah, there has to be a limit, and there has to be, you know,
like
the line drawn in the sand, kind of where you're willing to and to not, you know.
Yeah, especially since I'm the one that has to, you know, deal with the consequences in terms of like the stream and that. So it's like, while I mean, I think I'd be more like if it was off stream, there's really I'd be way more sort of laissez-faire saying like go for it. Yeah. But it's, you know, when you're streaming, it's like I don't want to be banned, you know.
Yeah.
What about oh no, this just kind of came up in my head. I remember when I used to talk with Connor's friend Brad. We tried to do a D&D game online. There was like a website we tried to use, and like had maps and everything that you can like place units and stuff. So what if we tried to do that with a couple others and have like Chris, or like we would move who's DM?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be
interesting. Once a week, and we do it like on a Wednesday or something. We can't have Brian because Brian fucking always works Wednesday.
I can't even Wednesdays.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, but I mean, so like on one hand, it is kind of an interesting idea. One of my real life friend has offered to, you know, like play. DM, you know, like he has a little group that he's played, you know, D&D with, and he's offered, you know, me to join and everything, and I appreciate it. But as much as I am interested in D&D, I don't know if I'm interested enough to like want to play online D&D much more as I would want to be like an in-person kind of like being able to like read, you know, the books, or kind of, you know, see things in person and kind of understand a lot of things, and being able to kind of, you know, basically get a feel for things, you know.
Depending on the in-person, you might not even have like a map or anything. There are some DMs where they're just there and they're like, okay, you see a orc like 20 meters ahead.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative, and like you don't see anything. It's just all in your head.
I mean, for me, I don't really need like, you know, necessarily a map as it's much more just like
I'm much more of a visual person. I like to be like, okay, this is where my character is in relation to everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a program that does like fantasy map generation and stuff like that. So it's like it's actually sort of made for that, and sort of like, you know, fantasy novels in general. So it's like it wouldn't really be a problem if that's what we wanted to do, or you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's more.
I could ask around if you guys want. Like, I could hop into the call and be like, "Hey, would anyone like to join us for a streamed like D&D thing every? I don't know. You guys choose the day: Thursday, Friday."
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to. I don't know. I can kind of think about it, but I don't know if I'd be too overly
inclined.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be too interested in wanting to do like an online D&D thing every now and again.
I mean, we could do it like every couple of weeks or something, and just be like, "Hey, let's do the thing. Let's."
I've kind of been thinking recently. I'm probably gonna try to get back into streaming a little bit, because Warframe has their massive new update dropping in just a couple days on the 10th, and then I have some other games that I could play with people. Like Sean, I was honestly contemplating like, hey, would you be interested in like a Baldur's Gate 3? Like, would you be interested in me streaming like a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 every now and then? Just kind of.
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
Like, that is just literally a D&D campaign that's just in video game form.
Yeah, I like Baldur's Gate. I mean, it's kind of fun.
I roll low, just so you know.
I kind of have the.
I will perpetually roll low. Even in games, I will roll low.
Oh, God.
But I will not say no to that. I will happily do that.
Yeah.
Hangovers, playing Helldivers 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have several games I've kind of been contemplating, wanting to play with people. It's just sometimes you just need the right person, and it's like with EU4, I've been having fun, messing around by myself in my single player game, but that's also just because single player you can cheat and kind of get the circumstances you want to happen. While in multiplayer, you kind of just have to let the cards, fall where they fall.
I mean, I like letting the cards fall where they fall. It's kind of interesting. I do this because no one else will play it with me.
So, 9 times out of 10...
Because it's an old man game, and I'm the old man of the group.
9 times out of 10, I'm letting things happen, just kind of happen in my single-player game. It's just, I do like to be able to control some things. Like, I do like to be able to go, like, oh, okay, I really want, admin tech 10. But I'm, like, 300 admin points behind, and I'm not going to get that in a reasonable amount of time, so I'm just going to, open the console, ADM space 300.
I mean...
or, oh, hey, I want some money, so I'm going to type in, cash, 200, 200 or something. It's like, I tend to try not to use the, Tech 32 or Research All.
That's what I usually do. Tech 32 when I'm playing EU4 by myself. I'll try to do it, and then I'll get myself into an impossible situation. I'll just be like, "Fuck it, Tech 32."
So something,
and then roll over everyone for a play session.
Something,
and then be like, "I hate myself," and I'll stop.
I have a Wing or as I know now, it's Wand, and oftentimes I just have. Oftentimes I have that, and I'll just leave. The 2 sheets I'll turn on is no corruption, because I fucking hate the corruption mechanic half the time, especially when you get events that are like, oh, add, 2 corruption, or lose, 30 prestige, or something.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, okay, I'll fucking lose 30 prestige because I don't want to gain, 2 corruption. Even though 2 corruption isn't that bad to get rid of, it's just annoying. But most of the time I'll just, I'll have little cheats on like that. That's just like,
nice and simple.
Yeah, nice and simple. And like, I'll turn on the God mode cheat if I'm facing someone who's like obviously significantly like a power that's significantly bigger or better than me, and I know I'm not going to win easily in a 1v1 fight. Also, I can now do Queen of the Hansa. All of the Trade League members will become my vassal. Hell yeah. The crowning of the new queen. Change the name to the Hanseatic League. Yeah, sure, I like that. I like being the Hanseatic League. What's my new... So my current Hanseatic ideas would be trade efficiency, with a little bit of naval force, domestic trade power, diplo rep. New one would get me global trade power, ship cost down, ship trade power up, ship cost discipline. So basically, a lot of things are revolving around boats. Yeah, sure, why not? Claim the electorate casus belli against the Palatinate. Wait, I have one of my vassals as the electorate? Who? Who do I have as a... Oh, Cologne. I have Cologne as... I also forgot they were in my trade league. Okay, so who are all my vassals now? I have Trent, Goslar, Wolgast, Rothenburg, Bregenz, Friesland, Dortmund, Würzburg, Cologne, Anhalt, East Frisia, Aachen, and Gotland. Okay, and then I also forgot I randomly formed a personal union with Stettin somehow. Even though I can't royal marry, I somehow got a, got a personal union. But yeah, no, like what I was kind of what I was saying originally about like me kind of playing single player and kind of enjoying it is like I've been playing a mod for specifically Trebizond, but I think it also applies to other nations, like maybe the Byzantines or something. But it's like, kind of an overhaul mod, and it changes changes a bunch of stuff, and it's like, new mission, like a whole new missions and events and everything. And it's been, it's been fun, but like, I always enjoy it more when I'm playing the game with other people. Like, obviously, I enjoy for a lot more playing with you guys than I do, by myself. And it's like, same thing with like Civ and stuff. Civ is kind of fun, but Civ isn't as fun playing by myself as it was playing with other people. Or like, that's also why I've been having a lot of fun with Terraria recently. Is because I actually, can play Terraria with Connor and stuff, who know a lot about the game and can actually teach me some of the stuff about the game, and don't essentially kind of just speed run the game in the way that, like, Trid would kind of just jump to, jump to some high-end content.
All of a sudden, just be all the way at the very end of the game within, like, 30 minutes, because that's all he
and kind of
does.
just throw you in the deep end and kind of just expect you to fucking figure it out. Just, as he builds, houses and defeats bosses and, gets all these weapons and armor and everything. I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck?
I mean, I've been meaning to come back and hang out a bit. It's just I've been busy, so it's like...
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine, yeah. I mean, so, like, our current game, we've only been playing for about a week, but we're already pretty much at the end of the game.
That's good.
We're ready to fight. Like, we're pretty much ready to fight Moonlord whenever. It's just we're trying to fight the boss, the Empress of Light, in daytime specifically because I'm playing Summoner. So I wanted. There's a weapon she drops, the Terra Prisma, and you can only get that if you fight her and defeat her.
Yeah.
In daytime, where all of her. Keep in mind. All of her attacks in daytime are Oko, one-hit kills, no dodging, and they removed the ability for like iframes and dodge mechanics to work. So like you can't even do that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but we're kind of getting closer to, closer and closer toward the end of the game, and it's been a lot of fun. We're talking about, if we still want to after we beat the game, maybe starting over, this time running some mods, like the Calamity mod, some of the overhauls and stuff. But also, kind of looping back to my original topic of me wanting to kind of start streaming again and everything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that kind of just came from, when me and my sister-in-law, I guess I'm just going to call her my sister because it's easier that way for my brain.
Mm-hmm.
When me and her went with my oldest brother to his job. He works at the library, so we just hung out in the library, hung on the cafe for a bit, and then kind of hung out in the library. But me and her kind of talked and everything, and video games have always been my hobby. I've loved video games forever. They've always been something I've been interested in.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to, like, it's hard to get into the space of playing video games as a job and actually earning the money from it, because obviously if you do Twitch, you have to have, a certain amount of people who actively watch your streams. You have to have a certain amount of people who, follow you. You have to, you have to meet all these criteria, and probably the same thing with YouTube. You have to meet a bunch of criteria for it too, probably. But I've always been interested in video games and wanting to play video games and everything. It's just I've avoided playing video games kind of as a, lack of a better word, basically as a job, as, like YouTube or Twitch for a long time, because I always made that it's just because my computer's not that great, and personally I probably couldn't play that many games other people would find all that interesting. But I need to get over the thought process of other people not finding my stuff interesting and focus on me finding my stuff interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at this. I mean, I play a bunch of different
niche
games.
We're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna do this anyway. So like, do it anyway.
It's it's one of the things where it's like, like for when I was really interested in RimWorld, I kind of liked the idea of streaming RimWorld, but I'm always kind of afraid like people are gonna kind of judge me because like I cheat the game, or like I'll play, I'll play basically, as Connor put it in kind of a joking way, baby easy mode.
Well, I mean, hey, I do the same in my games, so it's like...
Yes, look at us, we're playing this game on very easy. We don't really have any room to talk.
I tell
it's already
people
easy enough because, hey...
It's like
already easy enough because we're all allied with each other.
Yeah, and I tell people right from the beginning, like, it's, like, I never claimed to be good at the game, I just do it as a hobby, so, it's like, if you're looking...
This is just what we're doing right now.
It's kind of like, if you're looking for, like, a really talented player, you're looking in the wrong place. You come here for the comedy of seeing us fail miserably. On the occasion,
when I was playing,
doing well.
I was playing Celtica and just yelling because I got fucked over.
Yeah, you yelling as Ireland and yelling explicitives at the top of your lungs because the game was not treating you fairly.
No, it was absolutely just touching me in the wrong way.
It is really, really funny because we have games like this one or the last one where we just have the easiest time of our life. Nothing really horribly wrong happens. And then we have other times where, like when I was playing as Brandenburg and I kind of got screwed over a bit, or Sean playing as Ireland and he got screwed over. We have those times where it's like the game's really, really difficult and we get really pissed off. And then other times we're just sitting here going, wait, why is this going so smoothly?
Like right now, I'm having to deal with Ming.
Yeah, like right now, I'm not doing. Hey, Chris is a great power. Let's go.
Yeah.
Is Sean still on the list? Yeah, Sean's on the list. He's better than Great Britain. Let's go. I think Chris kicked Venice off the list.
Wow. Huh.
I have to transport my entire army from the Philippines up to the
Oh my god, I can actually
up to Sakhalin.
I can actually see Chris's nation for once. Wow.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty decently big.
Yeah, I mean, I only see your coastline, but hey, I mean, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like, it's just me always kind of getting in my own head about things in the way of like,
get out of your head.
Wow, thank you, Sherlock. I never would have understood how to do that before now.
Oh no.
How are
I used to always get in my head too. I don't know if it's because of my military service or what, but
probably
it's not as big of an issue anymore.
Probably is mostly because your military service, I'd imagine, because they kind of figuratively beat
they beat everything into my head. They rebuilt me from the ground up.
I mean, that's kind of the military's goal, is to break you down and build you back up in an image,
a way that is amenable to what they want.
Yeah, depending on branch and depending on whatever the fuck you're doing. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think I probably will. I'll probably start just by streaming, Warframe. I don't know if I'll do it every day. I might, because I'm on my computer basically every day anyway.
I see you usually on there anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm usually getting on at least for a few hours every day before, jumping off and going and playing Terraria with, Connor and Juggy and stuff.
So you could at least start with that couple hours a day to try to build a following there.
And I mean,
then just be like, if you actually start getting a following, be like, hey, what other games would you guys like to see?
And yeah, chances are I'll probably still play, EU4. I'll probably still play, other games that I'm interested in. It's just, as of right now, most of my time has been taken between, most of my time is Terraria, because I've been having a fucking blast with the game, and also because I enjoy hanging out with Connor and, the other gaggle fucks.
I mean, Juggy's what, a fucking VTuber?
Juggy used to do, VTubing in GTuber, but he stopped just because he hadn't. I don't know if he had a reason other than just he really hadn't been doing it for a long time. So Protestant's a thing, but I can't switch to the Defender of the Faith. Oh well, I'm fine with that. But I don't have, anything like that, but technically if I wanted to, I could get into
you could
try to PNG kind of VTubing kind of stuff. I mean, so the funny thing is, a lot of people kind of, have, I don't want to say a grievance, but kind of an apprehension of males in the VTubing space. Not everybody, because there are also a lot of, the female VTubers who do say, that, they wish there were more male VTubers and that there were more men in the thing, because it really feels like some of the community, kind of pushes them out and instead replaces them, kind of wants to replace them with, the pretty sounding beautiful woman. But I don't remember the one dude's name, but I came across a VTuber one time, and he was just a dude, but he was using a female avatar. Obviously.
I would not be surprised if that was Ko. To be honest,
the name doesn't sound familiar, but I could be. I don't know. It's been
because I follow this guy who is belligerently a dude. He has the deepest voice you've ever seen, but he has this wolf girl avatar called Co, and that's just his online persona.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't really know how I would, how I'd do it, because I don't have, like the rig set up to do a lot of the fancy shit you need for, like,
You don't even need to as a
VTubing.
VTuber. If you're a PNG tuber, then just be like,
Yeah, exactly. That's
okay,
what I'm saying.
what do I want it to look like? And then
Mhm.
once you start getting it, like if you start getting money, start getting popular with it, then be like, okay, I can, I don't know, splurge on a new rig. I can splurge on this. And then, eventually be like, hey, can you do a rig for me with this?
Unfortunately, right now, with the way that a lot of things are going, it really looks like PCs are just going to get exponentially more expensive until the AI bubble bursts.
Yeah, and I can't wait
Because
for it.
the RAM prices are already up by like 500%. SSD prices are up massively.
I don't like it at
SSD
all.
and HDD prices are up massively. GPU prices are already up. And
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
And then now CPU prices are rising because everything else is already so hyperinflated that companies are charging more for CPUs because they need the money, because the other shit is is not selling as much. And even big companies like Crucial, who has been a big company that gamers go to for RAM, has said they're no longer going to sell RAM to the consumer market.
Yeah.
They're only
no longer
RAM
to individuals. It's just to companies, because that's where the money is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
And it really is fucking stupid, because like right now, as it stands, you would have to be paying like probably like 50 times more, something exorbitant like that, than you would like a few years ago for a brand new PC.
It's absolutely terrible. And I can't wait for this thing to just burst.
Yeah, I hope the AI bubble bursts at some point, and it will. It's just a matter of when, because it's just atrocious in every meaning of the word, because of how horrible prices are for literally everything, from individual PC components to actual PCs themselves. A lot of like even big like people who build a lot of PCs and stuff are now kind of just saying it's honestly more worth just buying pre-builds than it is paying for the PC components anymore. You're gonna
buy a pre-built,
like you're gonna get
and then upgrade it as you can.
Like arguably, you're not gonna get the highest quality parts in a pre-built. Even if, say, you got a 5060 or something in it, you're not going to have the best CPU. You're not going to have a, really good motherboard, really good, RAM or anything, but it's cheaper than paying, a 500% markup for, 2 sticks of RAM, an SSD, CPUs, GPUs, everything that you need to build a computer. Like, this old computer that I got from Brian is holding up good. It's just, the one thing I'm afraid of is, last time I tried stress testing the computer, everything was fine except the PSU. The second I started stress testing the PSU, within, probably 5 to 10 seconds of me starting the stress test on the power supply, computer just shut off and then reboot. And that's a known thing that happens when power supplies are not the greatest. So the problem is, if the power supply goes, this computer is dead in the water. The only option
I still have my old computer if you are able to scrounge enough.
I'd say at this point, really the only thing that, I I have my old computer still next to me. I still have my old PC that I was using before Brian gave me his old PC. And I could easily, like right now, I don't know if there's a place that would buy it for like scrap or buy the parts off me, but I've genuinely contemplated like calling around, seeing if there is anywhere that like wants to buy, you know, old PC parts or like just, you know, buy it for parts or scrap or whatever. Because I imagine I might be able to get a decent amount of money from some of the parts in the PC. It's not the best PC. The parts are kind of old, but for people who want to like say mine, for people who want to say like mine Bitcoin, a 1060 is just gonna be, you know, if they need a graphics card for it, it's a decent enough graphics card. It's not the most powerful, but it'll, you know, it'll get the job done.
Yeah, it'll get the job done, yeah.
And like, you know, the CPU in it isn't that great, but for someone who may just want, you know, either a starter rig or someone who just wants, you know, just something, you know, just the parts out of it or something, I'm willing to sell it for, you know, some money, but I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want like $50 for the entire PC, you know, like I'd want at least, you know, a decent amount of money for, you know, the entire PC or, you know, money per part.
You're just gonna have to determine like how much it's been devalued over that amount of time, right? So it's
and it's also, you know, the fact that it's used and everything too, so it's not brand new, so it's gonna be devalued a little bit more too. And I could also just use eBay. I could also probably just sell my graphics card on eBay for like a couple $100
at the end of the day.
Probably buy it.
Yeah.
You know.
End of the day, you can always just use eBay. Just be like, hey,
yeah, I could just use eBay. I could just use, you know, any of those things.
Don't even really need to use it as a like I want.
What's happening?
Like, hey, if you want this, and like send me a thing. It's just like I want this. Someone will probably try to take it.
Nuremberg War for Independence.
Probably use its parts anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't need my old PC sitting next to me anymore. I can look on eBay, look around online, or look, you know, at stores and see if there's anywhere that would take it or anyone who would take it. But like, you know, just kind of depends on, you know, how much, you know, certain people would value the parts or how much companies would value the parts or what, you know, the value of anything in it would be, if anything valuable at all. You know, because it's kind of, it reminds me of the, you know, the dumb thing that's, you know, the GameStop trade in anything for in-store credit.
$2.
You know, yeah, you go, you know, if I brought it to GameStop, it'd probably be like, oh yeah, we'll give you like, you know, $5.32 or something. It's like, bitch, what?
Yeah, I've had that.
I'm not gonna take like $5 for a PC that cost me like all the money I got from graduation. Do I regret spending all the grad money on that PC? Fuck no. It served me several years of fun and games just driving on it. It probably still works. Hell, if I wanted to, I could probably hook it up to another monitor and start playing on it again, and it'd be fine. The only thing I took out of it is the hardware. Which I think I even stopped using inside my PC now too. Yeah, no, because I have a little SSD in there, not an NVMe because my PC's too old to support NVMe. Sadly, I'd love to use an NVMe, but unfortunately, yeah, when your PC's like 13 to 15 years old, it, you know, kind of can't support all the newfangled tech.
Just a bit.
If I could have, hell, it would have been, you know, this computer would boot up a lot faster. Games would boot up a lot faster, but meh.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping by the time that I actually get, you know, a job in the future, that the AI bubble will be burst, and that I won't have to worry about paying the price of my kidneys for a stick of RAM.
We can hope.
Yeah, we can only hope. My hope may not get me very far, but we can hope. That's just a really shitty thing right now. It's just with all of that going on, it just kind of ruins
Everything.
kind of ruins everything, all your plans.
Truly, the most oppressed class of people, gamers.
I'm going to beat you with a shoe.
Am I wrong?
I'm gonna get La Chancla. Yes, La Chancla.
I used to throw a fucking La Chancla at my old roommate down in Virginia.
God, it's funny. I don't know. Lot to talk about, lot to think about on my end. I got, a million things going on in my head and 1.5 million other things to, contemplate about. It's just
First time?
No, not at all. I have ADHD, Sean. It's kind of a constant.
I know. That's the joke. Hi.
But like,
welcome aboard.
When you have, you have just 1.5 million things bouncing around your head all the time, it's just sometimes it feels like it's a little overwhelming, and you just can't quite pinpoint one thing to focus on. Especially now with my medicine running out tomorrow. I'm gonna. I don't know if my mom took all of hers with her. She also has ADHD. She also takes medicine like me. She takes 25. I take the 20, but it should still be fine over a brief period of time. If she did take it all with her, fuck. If she didn't, then she did say that, worst case scenario, I can try to use, some of what she has if I need to.
Well, I have to kind of warn against that, as
yes, I know.
It's a controlled substance. Her letting you use her dosage, it's a gray area.
Yes, I know, the morally and legally gray area of.
I'm talking about just the legally. I don't care about the morally, because if you need it to actually, function, do what you need to do on the sly, but going with the legality, I have to say, hey, be careful where you say that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go prancing around public screaming, "Mom's letting me take her medicine. I'm taking my mom's drug."
You're kind of doing that right now on stream.
I'm doing it to an audience of 2 people, one of which is me. The other one might be Chris.
Yeah, it's probably me.
So I'm regurgitating information to me, myself, and I.
I'm just saying, because we are on stream, I have to say,
I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it, Sean. I appreciate your medical advice and everything that you stand for. Even if I may disagree with you personally, I do appreciate you.
I don't agree with me having to say this, but I have to say this legally.
It's like I may not. It's like I may not disagree with you. I may not agree with you either. But as a former medical professional of the United States military, I have to legally advise you against it.
Former.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Because I'm in the reserves, I'm still actively a medical professional in the United States Navy.
Yeah, they roped you back in. Forgot about that.
Until February.
I was scrolling TikTok one morning, and there was a dude who's he's retired from the military now. Probably not much older than us, but he I forget what his designation was. Like 82W or something.
68 whiskey.
Yeah.
If he was
think-
Army and a combat medic, it was 68 whiskey.
Hold on. I'll
Look it up real
see if I
quick.
can find. I'll see if I can find it.
They have other designations for like, oh, you're a X-ray technician, because they don't do it like the Navy does, where every corpsman can do whatever in the medical field. And then they can specialize like, oh, you're an X-ray tech. That's where we're going to put you. No, the corpsman rate as a whole, or as a quad zero like I am, you could go here. You could go here. You could go here. Like, I was in family practice at my first duty station down in Virginia. And then when I came up here to Groton, I went to medical records, and then they transferred me to physical therapy. I can go anywhere as a corpsman if I stayed in.
Nice.
That is a big, if I stayed in, that is doing a lot of work there. If I ever went back in, it would be as an officer.
I think he's live right now.
Who?
I'm following him, but trying to find the guy I was talking about. If I could find his fucking page, I follow way too many people with it. Such is life.
All I'm gonna say is the military, at least the Navy, I don't know about the Army, the Navy loves to fill the corpsman rate with quad zeros. And I think now they call them LO3 alphas, the field medicine stuff, the guys that go with Marines. Because they foresee a lot of us dying on the outbreak of war. So they like to have a huge backlog of us just in case. Because they're like, we foresee like 60% of you dying in the opening stages of a war, because we go everywhere. And if, say, there is a huge surge of like, oh hey, we need to go here specifically, like say we're doing a, I don't know, naval invasion of Qingdao in China, like every single corpsman we send there is most likely going to die, along with every single Marine. So to preempt that, they overfill us.
I can't find him right now, but if he comes up on my feed, I'll try to make a note or send it.
Yeah, just like send it to me if you remember. But
Yeah.
like, so because of that,
Something.
like since we go everywhere, when I was first up for promotion, literally right when I got out of core school, my my A school, my tech school, learning my job, I was up for promotion. I was like, all right, yeah, sure, let's take this test. I looked at the advancement rate, like for my E3s, which is what I was going for E4, going into NCO territory. It was abysmal. It was less than 1% of us advanced.
Wow.
You take everyone that was in E3 at that time, before the Navy now made, every single E3 become an E4 after 32 months, like the Army
Yeah,
does
Sean,
with
you're right.
specialists.
Yeah, 68 whiskey.
Yeah, he's a combat medic.
Yeah, he is a veteran, 13 years, 68 whiskey.
Yeah, tell him HM3 says hi next time you're in the stream.
Yeah, I was talking to him one time. I was telling him, I was like, oh, I was asking, oh, you ever going to re-enlist? He's like, I already did, buddy. It's like, the military ropes in another one. It's like, yeah, they do that. I was like, my buddy was a corpsman in the Navy, and he got, he got roped
I got.
in.
I got. I
And
will
he's
say
like,
that
yeah,
I got.
he's just like, yeah, the military can't do anything with that.
It's a thing. Well, okay, so to put you in my mindset when I re-enlisted, right? Because like Brian just refuses to acknowledge it, and Heinrich will always make fun of me for it. So you spent your entire adult life from 17 all the way to like 24-ish. The entire time that you've been an adult, like this is all you know out of school, was be here at this time, show up in this uniform, like, oh hey, if you're some dude going to business, like show up in a suit. My business suit was my NWUs.
Yeah.
If I had to be at a black tie like situation, that was my blues or my whites depending on the year. I knew exactly how I had to show up, when, where, like everything.
Yeah.
That was told to me. You're here at this time in this uniform. And they said, if you're not there, you are fucked.
Yeah.
I got out, and all of a sudden it's, yeah, you're your own person now. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do I show up? I think literally the first time, like, I was starting to get trained for like Big Y at like when I got out and I first got my job there, and I was texting my boss like pretty much once a day, like, hey, how do you want me there? It's like, dog, just you're like getting khakis. Like, you have khakis and you have your shirt. Like, show up in that. And like I got half a year through that before I was like, I need something more. Let's try the reserves. And then that just became like, oh my god, this is...
I think for you, it just kind of boiled down to the fact that, like,
I just needed direction, to be honest.
Not even just that. I feel it's also just like you kind of metaphorically or literally kind of grew up in that environment.
I did.
Because, like you said, you went to, you go to high school and you get told this. You go to do this and you get told this. You do this and you get told this. It's like, obviously you needed the direction, but it was so ingrained in your way of life that doing something else outside of that was...
It was antithetical.
Yeah, it just wasn't something that you were willing to do.
It, like, even now, after I've been saying, like, I do not want to re-enlist again. I've literally told them, I don't want to deploy. I'm getting out in February. Get fucked. Even with that, it's still kind of like, I might want to go active duty again just because I have that day-to-day, like, this is how it will be.
And you know what? I think kind of on the direction of, like, kind of wanting the direction and kind of be not necessarily told what to do, but knowing what you're going to do. I think that's the same reason I follow my same routine every day. Waking up and eating cereal, upstairs with my dog, and then hanging out with my dog for a couple hours, yada, yada, yada. Doing the same thing is because I thrive on the routine of it. I've done it for so long that it has become just my routine of doing it. Do I get tired of it? Sometimes, yeah. sometimes I don't want to, sometimes I don't feel like waking up at 7 and going and hanging out with the dog, but I know I should because my mom goes to work. And then the dog, for, a while is going to just, be sad and be alone because my mom just left. His person just left, and then, my brother goes off to work. My other brother goes off to work. And my sister, sister-in-law doesn't really wake up until, sometimes in the afternoon. Doesn't really get up to upstairs and, kind of seeing the dog and everything until, like, the afternoon. So it's like, to me, I kind of just like, okay, well, I may not necessarily want to do it, but it's also just something that I feel like I should. And I'm just going to kind of continue with that. And
you know why that is?
Again, because the ADHD and thriving on
Yes.
routine. Yes, I know.
It's why people with ADHD thrive in the military.
Mm-hmm.
But we also hate it at the same time because, we're told,
Mm-hmm.
be here, do this. That's, like, what we do. But that's what we also thrive on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird kind of, like, fucked up thing, I guess. Like, hey, like, this is what you're going to thrive on, but you're going to hate every second of it. Like, that's just...
It's like personally, I understand why people I understand why people want to join the military or why they like the idea of joining the military. For me, I've never liked the idea of joining the military because I'm not. I guess it kind of boils down to my personal politics on the military versus how the military is. Because to me, we spend far too much money and far too much time, like, focusing on and idolizing the military. Am I saying that the people who fought and died for our country don't deserve recognition? No, they deserve all the recognition that
It's
that
just not
anyone
something
should get.
that you would do.
It's something that I don't want, I don't like, but it also boils down to
you
my
recognize
politics.
it, you don't like it.
Yeah, I recognize it, and it also just boils down to my politics of I don't want to be shipped off to some other country to fight people who have some vague potential, maybe, I don't know, threat to the country who may or may not actually be a threat and may or may not just be trying to live their own lives. I don't agree with some of the stuff that, other countries do or anything, but that doesn't mean I should be sent overseas to kill someone because my country disagrees with them.
I have anxiety issues because of my service, because of, like, oh, hey, it all boils down to my, my first duty station in Virginia, of I would always get yelled at. But, like, I still recognize, like, hey, they need me over here. I would be afraid, like, I'm anxious about this, like, deployment, like, oh, are they gonna, like, try to force extend me, which they're not. They're not trying, like, at all. Like, it's not even, like, a thing, on their radar. It's like, hey, you're getting out in February. We recognize that, whatever. It was nice having you in the unit, and, like, hopefully in the future you decide, like, you'll come back, but we're not going to force you to stay for this deployment to wherever the fuck we're going. All I know is
it's also just a fact, like, I know that there's plenty of non-combat roles in the military. I know there's plenty of non-combat roles and plenty of roles stateside that would keep you stateside.
I was stateside my entire career. I'm a combat role technically because, I'm a corpsman. I could always, at any point, be sent to FMTB, Fleet Medical Training Battalion, where I get taught by Marines how to be a Marine. At the end of the day, that is what FMTB is. You are taught how to be a Marine. This is what you do. as a corpsman with Marines, and a lot of the time they say corpsmen are more Marine than Marines. Because we fully invest as best we can into the Marine lifestyle when we get there. So when you hear the jokes of like, oh, you see the videos of like, good night, chesty puller, and stuff like that. We, as corpsmen, buy into that. I don't know if that's just because like the people that, corpsmen attract. Or like what, but like those videos of Marines saying good night, chesty puller. That is what corpsmen do.
Yeah.
Being a fleet Marine, fleet corpsman, is the pinnacle of being a corpsman. In fact, there are some corpsmen who will refuse to talk to you unless you are FMF. If you're a Fleet Marine Force, you have your pin saying you served in a Marine unit and you qualified as a Fleet Marine Force corpsman. Which is like, how far does it take for a 40 Mike out of a Mark 48 to, arm? Because, there's the minimum arming distance. It's like 40 meters or something like that.
Yeah.
Or how far away do you have to have your unit latrines when you're in encampment from your eating areas? It's like 150 yards if I remember right. 150 yards or 150 meters. It's either or. But like those things to corpsmen are like, if you don't know this, if you don't have this qual, I am not going to talk to you at all.
Yeah.
I will not respond to you. Even if I am your sponsor for your next command, where I'm supposed to answer every single question you have about where you're going, because this is important for your next stage in life, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
You are not on my radar. I don't care what you have to say at all, because you do not have this pin on your chest.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think a lot of like my personal opinions and stuff when it comes to the military just comes from my knowledge of a lot of historical events and a lot of stuff that the US has done either in our history, as a country, or has threatened to do, or our leaders have done. Because once again, I'll quote, none of our presidents have been saints. I may talk about the fact that, I really like Obama, I kind of miss Obama, or, I kind of like, I like this president more than this president. Like, I'm not going to get into a big political argument over this, don't worry, Chris, I'm not going anywhere with that. It's like, I don't,
whoever was whoever was the commander-in-chief at the time was the commander-in-chief. In my mind.
And it's like
I might not have signed up under his rule, but
because there's a difference between
at his time.
Yeah,
because he was in charge.
It's basically you separate the person from the position, right? Like the position itself is what you respect compared to like the person themselves. So like you can dislike...
I had a lot of experience with that.
Yeah.
Personally, because I had a lot of officers who, of course, I have to like respond to, like, I had to salute them every morning. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Whatever. What was that line in Band of Brothers? You salute the rank, not the person.
Yeah.
I don't like you as a person, but I will give you the respect you deserve from your rank. The military believes you are in a position that you are in, and me, in my position, I have to trust that they put you in the correct position. I will respect that you are in that position, because the military says so.
Yeah.
When I took my oath, it
Ooh.
was saying, you know, everything of like, hey, I will respect the orders of those above me. And
I think-
that's all in tradition. That goes all the way back to the Roman
Yeah.
Empire of their oath saying, "Let those below me take me if I don't respect the orders from those above me, or if I fuck
Well,
up."
I think personally one of the big things too is just like it is important to, you know, separate the person from the position. You know, like I respect, you know, I may respect the President of the United States position, but I do not respect the current President of the United States.
Yeah, and that's
And,
perfectly valid.
You know,
like
yeah.
to me, that's perfectly valid.
He's made issues. Biden made a lot of issues, in my opinion.
But
He was still my commander in chief at the end of the day.
Yeah,
And it's like I think that's one thing is like, you know, a lot of people like to try to glorify, you know, past presidents. People were like, oh, you know, all like I mean, literally look at any of the mythos surrounding George Washington. Look at the myth that, you know, he chopped down a cherry tree and, you know, said, oh, I will never tell a lie. There is no historical evidence that ever happened. There is zero evidence that had ever happened, but it kind of cemented, you know, the type of
That's
person
just how
that-
we see him. That's
Yeah. And
when
it's
we
like-
think of who is a good president, we kind of always you know, as Americans, we say, look at George Washington. He was the
Or,
first.
you know, the
It's
other
why
thing
we have
too
the current
is-
rule saying, hey, presidents can only serve 2 terms, 8 years, and that's because of George Washington. But that was
No,
only
it's actually
solidified. It was
I say
solidified because of FDR.
I think technically it comes from the FDR era because he served.
He served
More
3
than-
terms, but before
Yeah.
that, every single president said, I'm only serving 2 terms because that's what Washington did. And then FDR kind of took a look at the country and said, I need to kind of serve more than 2 terms. I don't agree with FDR and everything he did, but he took a look and said, the nation needs me for more than 2 terms. So he served for 3, 4, and then in the middle of, I think, his 4th, he died, and it went
He
to
died
Truman.
before. I mean, he died before the end of World War II, which is why.
So it went to
Lyndon B.
Truman.
Johnson wasn't it Johnson who became president after?
No, it was Truman.
Truman. That's what I was thinking of. Truman.
And
Yeah.
then Truman got elected again, and then I think it was Johnson. No, it was Ike.
Mm.
It was Eisenhower that got it after that,
Yeah.
and then it went down the way it did.
And it's like
But-
I think it's so like another valid point is when people mention like the presidents in the past and mention things like like slavery or certain ones having slaves or not having slaves or something. It's like we also need to look at the historical precedent that like yeah, sure, while these presidents did have slaves and people are like, oh, well, that was normal at the time. Once again, that doesn't make it okay nowadays.
It doesn't make it okay nowadays, but you do
It's like, yeah.
at the same time have to look at the time frame was this.
Yeah, if
And
you
then
look,
you have
if
like
you look
Jefferson
200
who was saying like, I don't agree with having slaves.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you look, 200 years ago, time was obviously a lot. Things were a lot different
was
200
different.
years ago, obviously.
You
And
have
obviously,
to look at historical figures within the time frame,
But,
with that
like,
historical point of view,
yeah,
and then be
the-
like, yeah, we don't agree with it now. Obviously, we don't agree with this now. This is
Something-
abhorrent.
And
something
It's
as
terrible.
yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
but as well, to make the distinction, it's like we understand that yes, it looked like it was okay back then, but like even
It's
now,
okay then.
if we
It's
went
abhorrent
back,
now.
if we, well, no, I like the thing is, I would say like, okay, if you had a time machine and you went back to that time, would you still believe it's still wrong? In that time, like, you know, you would say like, okay, these people
so I
believe,
guess
you know
the
what I
thing
mean?
is-
Like,
Yeah, so I guess the best way
if
to
I
put
got
it is
into a time machine right now and I went back to the time of slavery, like if
Yeah.
I went back to the Civil War for America, I would obviously side with the North. I do not
Yeah.
like slavery. Like that is
No.
It's a
abhorrent
moral-
from my point
it's a
of view.
moral thing,
No matter
yeah.
what, it's a moral thing. Like even if I'm looking at the Bible and it is saying like, hey, you know, like I don't
Yeah.
know, non-believers are, you know, allowed to be slaves or whatever, I would still kind of look at that and I would still be like, that's abhorrent. That's another person
Yeah,
that
so,
I am
like, I think-
saying you
Yeah.
have to do this. This is what I'm
Okay,
telling you
but-
to do. If you don't do that, I'm going to like lash you 10 times. Like yes,
Before
Yeah.
of
I
course.
lose my
Now
train of
it's
thought,
like
what I
this
wanna
is
interject.
terrible.
yeah, go ahead.
Before
go
there's a
ahead.
train of thought, I want to interject. So what I was gonna say is the other thing too is the best way to put it, I guess, isn't it was okay back then. The way to phrase it is it was the norm back then.
Yes,
It
I
was
think that's a really good
Just
way to
it
put
was
it.
it was
That
the
is an
normal
amazing
thing.
way
It was
to
the
put it.
societal normal thing. It's not the fact that it was okay or that whatever. It was just that it was allowed. That was the norm. Also, Chris, you're welcome for knowledge sharing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
It's the way of looking at it, because if you phrase it as it was okay, then yeah, you have like what Chris said. If you go back in time, in a time machine, would you still say, would you still think this is okay, or would you still think it's abhorrent like we do today? Because there were people, obviously, back then who still hated it.
Oh yeah, and you had
Except-
different. What?
Except the thing.
I.
Trying to knowledge share with you.
Oh, I thought. Did I not accept it?
No, you did not.
Oh, fucking hell. Thank you.
But it's the thing of yeah, we can look at it in modern time and see, that back then, it's not okay. That's not normal. Because we have a more modern society. We have a better understanding of it, even though, asterisk, prisoners are still basically slaves.
Yes.
We
Technically,
still
in
have,
the United States, slavery is still legal.
but only
It's
if
just
you're
done
a prisoner.
it's only under prison labor.
Yeah, and prison labor is basically just
Slavery under
with extra steps.
especially under in the South. When I was in Virginia, there were so many prison work gangs like working on the roads, making sure everything was up to date and everything
Yeah.
over there. It was crazy. Like I was driving through there with how I look at things in New England, and we don't do that. Like
No.
prison work gangs are not a thing at all. Like we look at that, and we're like,
Yeah, and I think
you do that, like,
and I
what?
don't even think that's a thing over here either in Illinois. It's just
No, it's
the thing
that
is,
that was put in after the Civil War to be like, hey, like this is your compromise,
yeah.
as it were, for we're not really getting rid of slavery like you were saying
You're just
to
changing.
get you to re-sign on to the Constitution.
Yeah,
We're just changing it so they have to be accused of a crime for you to use them
we're
as
just making
slave
it, we're
labor.
just making it with extra steps, essentially.
Yeah.
Just like the fact that indentured servitude is just slavery with extra steps.
Yeah.
It's the fact that no one should be able to say that indentured servitude and slavery.
It's like me when I'm talking with people and I'm like, the Irish were colonized and enslaved, and they look at me and they're like, no, And I'm like, what is indentured servitude?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
I think-
literally just slavery with, extra steps. Like,
And I think the other thing
you
that I
were
think a lot of
indebted
people-
to, this wealthy landowner,
Mhm.
but that was only done because that landowner was put in power.
Yeah.
The
But
way
what
the
I-
Irish and the Scottish did it
Mhm.
before they were colonized was,
Uh-huh.
you're in a clan. You swore allegiance
Yeah. So
to
I
your
think
lord,
that-
your clan leader.
I think
took
that's the
his
other thing
name.
too, is the fact that a lot of people associate the term colonized with Africa and what is now North and South
North America, South America,
as well as
Asia.
parts. And I'll say parts of Asia, Oceania, India,
Yeah.
all over the world.
all the areas that
But I'd say-
we
and
say,
also-
these were the colonies. Like,
I'd say also, the other thing is slavery. It wasn't just
What
the
the fuck?
white man's thing, quote unquote. People like to point out, oh well, people, they enslaved each other in Africa or in Asia. Yeah, I'm not saying that isn't bad too. I think slavery as a whole is abhorrent. Period. No matter where you are. I don't agree with it in any form. No matter whether it's Europeans and Africans, or Americans and prisoners, or the Chinese with Uyghur Muslims, or Africans with other Africa. I don't agree with any of it. It's all horrible. It's all abhorrent. But like the thing the thing with like colonization.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of resulting in, like, when people make that sort of argument, it's sort of resulting in that sort of whataboutism, right? Like, it's really annoying when they do that, because it's like, just because, like, one thing is, just because you can point to something, another group doing the same thing, doesn't mean that it's okay. It's like,
Yeah.
you're sort of like condemning both sides, but they're the ones trying to defend what they're doing by saying, well,
Yeah.
they're doing that. And
Yeah, and I think the other thing,
because
like I was
one
gonna say about like
person's doing it
colonization,
isn't good.
like
Yes.
the thing I was gonna say about like colonization is the fact that like the term colonization is often used in the form of what the Europeans did to the natives in North and South and Central America and the Caribbean and Africa, as well as Oceania and the takeover of India and Indonesia and all over the world, basically. But the thing is, like what you said, Sean, when you're mentioning the Irish were colonized and enslaved, that is simply a fact, because again, the term slavery doesn't just relate to the New World. It's the fact that the British did that because they forcefully were trying to eradicate Irish culture. They didn't want Irish culture. It was going to be you were British or you were English. There is no, there was no.
You're speaking
you were
English
Irish
either
or-
way.
Yeah, it's not, it's either you die fighting for your freedom as an Irishman, or you submit and become an Englishman.
Yep.
but it's like
And
when it
either
comes
way,
to
they would rather die.
But like when it comes to morality as a whole, like the way I really love the concept of the veil of ignorance. Basically, create a world in which you would want to live in, not knowing what role you would play in that world. Like I think it fits really, really well, because it's sort of like, okay, well, you believe this is okay, creating a two-tier society where certain groups get more rights. Okay, well, what if you end up in that, what if you create that world with that sort of thing in mind, and then next thing you know, you're a member of that group that's oppressed. Like, it really
So-
puts it in perspective.
So I see that, but then at the same time, I kind of look at it and I'm like, there are countries where, like, groups of people
are supposed to be there. Like, that's where they were. That's where they were, or that's where it was made for. So, like, here in America, like, we are obviously WASP, white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant. That is how we were founded. And then, of course, we had, Irish come over here throughout the years, and Italians, everyone from Europe. We are a European-founded people. And, like, of course, you could say, like, hey, people group should be able to come over here. The main issue is us as a culture are Anglo-Saxon, as it were. Not, just, all around white, right? Because all throughout history, we were saying the Irish aren't white. The Italians aren't white.
Yeah.
Like, all these people, they're not white. They're their own thing. It's only more recently that, like, the Irish and the Italians, they're included in white. For a long time, the French were also not white, according to the English and everything. Look at, the Quebecois.
Yeah, I mean,
like, they're their own specific culture, but, like, we are founded as Anglo-Saxon, and then it's like,
but
you expect us to
based on
immediately
the
accept these new people.
But that's based on the assumption that things are static as well. And it's just, that kind of thing is fundamentally untrue. Things change over time. Like, everything from culture to demographics to language, it always changes. Even our own culture right now, I mean, even when you look at, like, okay, Protestant culture or Western culture as a whole, it is definitely not the same as it was even 50 years ago. Things change constantly. It's really the tenets that you want to accept that is the thing that should be up for debate. It's like, okay, what are the good and what are the bad?
The main issue with it is never in our history as a people, like, no matter where you're from, we have not had change come so quickly. We have had decades to, like, start accepting people, centuries, stuff like that. Like, okay, at the end of the day, the prevailing culture group can still say, okay, you're starting to become like us, we can accept you. Now it's like, Teddy Roosevelt said, anyone that has a hyphen in their name, like, I am Irish American, can never actually be American. You are American or you're not American. It doesn't matter where you're from. It matters if you assimilate into our culture group and say, I am American first, and I am, like, Irish second. Like, I don't care what's going on in Ireland. I care what's going on in America. I will always be American first. The American interests are my interests as how I am.
I mean, here, like, yeah, I can understand, like, wanting to focus on, like, if you're gonna live in a specific country, you're definitely gonna want to focus on the country that you're living in, their issues first, because it's the thing that's gonna most affect you. The only thing I would be cautious of is the idea that, like, you need to assimilate, in the sense that, like, the problem with it is that you can assimilate as much as you possibly can, but you also want to be wary of the fact that no culture is perfect, and if you, like, certain cultures that come in could potentially have a benefit to something that or solution to a problem that we don't know how to solve yet. So to me, it's why I've always been like, we do need to have sort of a generous open, or at least a generous immigration policy, just simply because having as many minds working on a specific problem, or having as many minds available to work on a solution that we may not have a solution to ourselves, is something I think that we definitely need. We can't just rely on continuously finding a solution for ourselves if we haven't come up with one already. So to me, it's like, yeah, it's okay to be like, well, these are our main tenets. It's good if you could come in and realize that these are our tenets and these are the good things about our society. But also on the other side, look at it too, of be open-minded that these people coming in could potentially have solutions to and benefits to their society that could benefit our society as well. So that's what the way I've always looked at it.
I get that. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's just throughout history, like me as a history major, you can be the prominent culture group of your nation, and then someone else can come in and just completely eradicate you within seconds, not even caring what you really have to say. And so that's what I'm always kind of wary of as, like, you know, a student of history. Like, I, of course, as you know, as a New Englander, I would like New Englander culture to stand the test of time, let's say, like, as it were. Like, what I believe in as, you know, my people, my group, my culture, which, of course, also kind of, you know, starts to extend into the Maritimes in Canada and stuff like that. Like, I would personally see them as part of my people.
Not again.
Up in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. But I would also see, like, you know, Toronto as an extension. Because all of America, as it were, is kind of a extension of New England culture. At the end of the day, we kind of have this priority on culture in America as New Englanders. Say, like, you know, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was first celebrated in the Massachusetts colony as a meeting of, you know, Native Americans and the Massachusetts settlers, like, coming together and, you know, making sure we survived and everything. That, of course, broke down as time went on, but as we first got here, it was an agreement of we're going to help each other.
And, well, the interesting thing is Canada's Thanksgiving is actually based on the founding of the Northwest Passage that was done by Martin Frobisher in, like, the late 1500s or something. So it's definitely an interesting
it's
difference,
different, but like
there are very similar tenets. And this is where I again I would say, like, again, you know, it's okay to be a bit protective of, you know, the tenets of your culture, as long as you're and being skeptical somewhat too of, you know, of other people coming in. But you also, as long as you don't as long as you don't close yourself off from the idea that that you can gain good tenets from other cultures that you didn't realize before that could benefit your nation in a big way. Like, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but, like, any pure examples off the top of my head, but, like, that's why, to me, it's always good to keep an open mind and look for the good tenets of, like, a of a foreign culture coming in and sort of embracing it and having conversations with them and seeing where they can change your mind and you can change their mind. I think that's why it's important to have conversations, especially with new immigrants coming in. That's why I'm always open to discussions with pretty much anybody. Like, you know, even someone coming into Canada for the first time. I mean, it's
so. I completely agree with it. Like, you know, yeah, we should have, you know, these conversations with people coming in. The main thing we should be aware of with those conversations is a lot of these people, they don't really want to change per se how they look at things. Mm-hmm. It's why, you know, you look at, you know, right-wing like Twitter discourse, let's say, and it's like, oh, you know, import the third world, become the third world. It's like there is kind of a truth with that, with like they will try their hardest to make you see the things they do as the way they do. Mm-hmm. It's but like
that's
how
why you have a conversation with them.
Like,
and
yeah, you have the conversation. It's just, can you convince them to see the things that you do like they make you see the things they do?
Oh yeah, and you're never going to get
that perfect, like, there's never that perfect connection, right? Mm. But like the things that you see as obvious, like, oh, you know, like this one thing that we have as a culture, like, this is just obvious to us. Like, why would we like ever change that? Mm-hmm. Like, they will just look at that and just like, what?
Yeah, and I mean, I understand that, but like, that's why it's sort of like you get down to the core of what they actually believe and what you actually believe. Like, why it comes down to epistemology. Like, what do you use, or what is your basis for believing what you believe, and how might you convince somebody that, like, the way that they're coming to truth is not the best way to do it, is not the best way to actually come to that truth. So, like, for example, you know, somebody who is a religious fundamentalist, I've had so many conversations with people who are both from, you know, people who are coming into the country as being like from a different religion, and with people, religious fundamentalists like Christians who live here. I always ask them, okay, if you are going to believe something, how do you know something to be true? And you cannot use your belief in something, like putting your faith in something, as the evidence for what you know to be true. So, like, when it comes to, like, homophobia in the Bible and stuff like that, it's always like, okay, how do you know what God thinks and what he believes? Like, do you, if you, like, how do you know that this is something that, how do you know that he isn't going to change his mind tomorrow? You know, and it's like, well, they'll be like, well, I know that he won't, because, you know, I have faith that this is the case. And it's like, okay, but you can't demonstrate that to be true unless you somehow either know the future or know what a God thinks, you know. And so that is a something that I've had to talk with a lot of people about, and that's where the conversation about epistemology has to come into play. It's like,
so with that, it kind of goes into how do you know, like, say, homosexuality, like you were saying, is something that God does not believe in without using your one source of what God believes in
Yeah.
as a source?
Yeah, like you can't use the Bible
because
to prove the Bible.
in the Bible, to quote the Bible, it's like you can't quote it when you're talking about the Bible. It's kind of impossible to do, right?
Because it's circular. It's entirely circular. You can't use it to prove itself.
Yeah, but like it's like you're debating theology when all we know of that, say, theology, like if I'm talking about Hinduism, of course I would be looking at, like, you know, their holy text.
Yeah.
To be like, why do you believe this when that is not in your holy text? Like, why this when your texts say this? Like, you only have that one text.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about Christianity, you only have the Bible to talk about. Like, you could kind of talk about like the lost texts and the lost books, but that was decided by, you know, people long ago to say this is not actually supposed to be in the Bible. There are multiple books, and I will never deny this. There are multiple books that are not in the like modern Bible that used to be taught, and then a council of elders, you know, came together to say, like, okay, how do we, you know, say, consolidate, I guess, Christianity into, you know, one homogenous idea.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you were in the Holy Land of Jerusalem, Syria, you know, that area, you might believe one thing, and then if you were up in Germania at the time, you would believe another thing. That's Arianism. That's a heresy now. And, like, you know, one would say God is the Son, the Holy Spirit, and God and everything. You know what Catholics believe now, and that's, like, the main thing with them, like, in the name of the Son, the Holy Spirit, and God, as they do with their cross whenever they pray. Arianism would say the Son is not God. He is the Son of God, yes, but he is not God at the same time. As Catholics would say, the Son is God, and the Holy Spirit is also the Son. It's the Trinity. And that was like the main issue with when we were, as, you know, Christians converting Germania as pagans over to Christianity. How do we treat God and Jesus?
Yeah.
And, like, so we had all these, like, you know, meetings about it over, like, decades and everything of how do we treat God? And over time, we kind of said, this is how it is. And then Catholicism and Orthodoxy split because of political reasons of Orthodoxy over in Greece had the Byzantine Emperor, and then the Pope in Rome, who is, you know, the descendant of Peter. He has this, you know, this overall authority of being the descendant of the prophet Peter, who God said, you know, my empire goes to you, my kingdom goes to you throughout time. He says with that in the Bible, I have authority over Christianity. Because he doesn't have a emperor over in Constantinople who doesn't reach over there at that point to protect him from the barbarian hordes. So he's like, I have to, you know, I am my own authority. It's like that's kind of like how it all, like, everything devolves off of, like, you have to look at their holy text and you have to debate off of their holy text.
Yeah, and then it becomes sort of like interpretation after that, like for the answers that you don't have. And that's sort of
that's how you get Protestantism, and that it all goes off of you can look at everything that is, like, nowadays as, like, Catholic and Protestant, like how that broke off. Like, you could see, like, oh, so that's how it kind of became like that.
But you can see what I mean when I'm talking about like epistemology and how like it's how things like when you take things like, don't get me wrong, when you take when you're taking things on faith about certain things, like I don't on a daily basis, like if you're just taking something like, hey, the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, you know, and I believe it based on faith. That's a or like, hey, you know, I'm gonna take it on faith that God is gonna heal like my mom who has cancer or something like that. That's like something that okay, that's you. That's completely fine. But like
that's all on your idea.
When we're talking about the big conversations, like how do you know something to be true? What method do you use to get to that point? Using the idea that you're basing like your whole entire belief on faith, that like your faith is the evidence, that is a big problem. That is where I would come in and say that's a big problem.
So, like, I don't use faith as, like, you know, my evidence for, like, you know, homosexuality and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's not a thing for me. Like, okay, like, yeah, that's what you believe. I also know that if you go back far enough, my ancestors used to kill you just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
They used to just throw you into the bog as it was.
Yeah.
And would make sure you drowned.
Like, yeah, I mean,
that's how it was, like, back then. Like, I am so glad that nowadays, like, you can be what you are. Just off of that, like, historical knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. And, like
I, of course, will say, I will look at it and I will be like, yeah, okay, like, that's what you want as a person. You are another human being that I am talking to. I will always, like, maybe not fully be on your side, but I will see your point of view in this contentious subject, and I will work with you on it.
Yeah.
But, like, when I look at it back then, I'm like, you don't know how good you have it right now where I am talking to you about it.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I know of how it was.
Hey, Sean, hold that. Wait, Sean, are you just on autopilot denying literally everything I said to you?
I don't look at it right now because I'm thinking about, like, what we're talking about.
I said Sean like
he cares more about
like,
what
hey,
we're
can I
talking
buy
about.
maps?
More about me.
We're talking about something big right now. Like, this is the main thing of the stream. You're sending me shit. I'm obviously gonna deny it because I think it's a fucking A.
It's so good.
Yeah, fucking take it so you can have fucking dipshit.
Thank you. I make sure remind me to, like, give you a kiss on the cheek or something.
I'm fucking over in the Andaman Islands right now. Just I'm colonizing the Andaman Islands, and that's as far east as I'm gonna go because
I mean,
my focus
I'm
is
not
either on
expecting
South
you to
Africa
be
or
over
New
there
World.
right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I know you were.
It's 15:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God! Stop the presses. It's almost 10. Anyway, where were we?
Just like, mate, it's the middle of the age. It's like the early age of Reformation right now, Chief. Protestants and shit are like all over Europe right now. I'm having to deal with this shit as a Catholic. Half of my neighbors, but a few of my neighbors are Protestant, and it's bothering me.
I didn't even realize it. I was so used to looking at the Discovery Age stuff on the ages.
Matt, you think you're bad? Look at my religious tab right now. Like, what the?
Don't you have any rebels that are trying to pop up to convert you?
No.
You wanted to be
I wish I
converted.
had a second screen to look at it, but I don't.
Matt, I have like
you wanted to
10
be
provinces that are Catholic, 5 provinces that are Protestant, and 6 that are Sunni.
Didn't you want to be converted to Catholicism in the first
I
place?
wanted to be converted to Catholicism, but now my whole empire empire is just a clusterfuck of religions. It's just a mess.
So kind of going back to the religious talk, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this, just in this last little bit. I'm in a group chat with an actual pastor of a Protestant church here in New England.
Mm-hmm.
And he has recommended to excommunicate anyone that follows liberal beliefs just because that does not follow anything in the Bible.
Wait,
Just because, the left believes in abortion and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He says that as Christians, they cannot come to church if they believe that.
Good. I didn't want to go to church anyway.
I haven't gone to church in for how long?
Brother, I'm pretty sure I think I'd walk in and burst into flames.
I made that joke.
Me too.
before.
I think everybody. I think
all three of us would go into a church.
I would probably burst into flames almost definitely. But
All three of us would
sailor.
probably walk into a church and burn it to the ground because we'd all just burst into flames immediately, and the place and everyone would just be like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I'm obviously not claiming to be a saint. You guys know me.
No.
I am obviously not a fucking saint.
If you're a saint, then I'm the king of England.
Exactly. Like, I obviously have my own issues, as we have talked about earlier in this stream. It's just
As we
like
very
I
briefly
understand
touched
where they're
on.
coming from the Bible.
Yeah.
As we very previously touched on. But let's loop back to that. So, Sean,
What are we talking about this time?
Right.
I'm all for it. Let's go. I love
Yeah.
causing a dissension in the chat.
just like, oh, so we were talking about that. So, Sean, let's talk about your feeling.
We're not talking about those.
We're gonna talk
God.
about those.
We're not talking about those. I'm gonna fight you.
I'll lose.
I know. Well, actually, you might win depending.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a fighter, so
How much do you weigh?
Wait, what?
over 300 something.
You
Like
would win.
330.
All
Weight
you would
class-
have to do is just grapple.
First, they're gonna say all you'd have to do is get me on the ground and then just sit on me.
That's what I would tell the Brian. I'm being honest with you because that's what it boils down to with that.
Yeah, I'm not really one.
Grappling
I'm not really
is
much of
literally
a-
just getting someone on the ground and sitting on them with superior weight. That is
I'm just-
grappling at its finest.
I'm just not really much of a fighter myself. I don't really fight.
Don't believe
for
in
anything.
violence.
I mean, I believe in violence if it
You
fucking
fucking
calls for it.
hippie!
I'll if it fucking calls for it, I'll beat a motherfucker. Don't think me a pacifist. I'll throw hands if I have to throw hands.
I
But
will
I'd
be
probably
honest.
break a few
We
knuckles in the
are
It's like, will I break a few
spoiled
fingers in the
as
process?
Americans.
More than likely.
Us as Americans and I guess Canadians, I don't know about you guys up there, we are spoiled. Because the standard way of life for most of the world is conflict.
Oh yeah.
Civil, someone else coming in saying they earned it, or, a religious conflict, whatever. The standard for the world is just conflict.
Like, up until recently, I mean, like, Canada has been in a, like, very lucky location, just simply because look at how close our two nations have been over the past 150 years, like
Yeah.
we've been
Canada's been in a pretty good spot, except the Danish.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. We
I
had
mean,
this
especially
whole war
between
about the-
America,
The fucking whiskey war.
America
yeah.
and
The whole
Canada,
dispute over
we-
the one fucking island. Canada's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
yeah.
it's ours. Denmark's like, no, it's ours. Canada's like, we're putting our
mean-
flag here. Denmark's like, no,
So-
we're putting our flag here.
So the
Canada's
thing
like,
with America and
screw your
Canada,
flag. Here's
right?
whiskey.
Yeah.
It's that is a very civil conflict, but like America and Canada, it's the end all be all for it is at the end of the day, Canada believes in Britain, while us as Americans we said fuck you, and that is the main difference between Canadians and Americans.
Although that's not
Whether you want to see it or not.
Yeah.
But like recently, that's been split apart because Canada got its independence of Britain. You guys were a Dominion until what, 74?
82 is
78?
when we officially our name is still the Dominion of Canada, but it's
Officially, but you got independence.
yeah, full
quote
on
unquote.
independence, being able to change our constitution without the need for the British okay kind of thing. Yeah, that was 1982.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy because now ever since sort of Queen Elizabeth passed away, it's actually been a point of contention now a lot, at least when talking to the average Canadian about do you still want to have the monarchy now?
A monarch.
And, I mean, they
Because a lot of people don't like Charles III, as a whole.
they still want to have very close relations with the United Kingdom, which I am all for. It's just over time, many people have now sort of said yeah, it's time to sort of move away and do our own thing. And now it's sort of what's even worse now is that we have our own prime minister as well now saying the relationship that Canada and the US has had over the past again century and a half is over, and that is scary and also sad at the same time to say, because
I mean, for the longest time, even into the 1930s, 1940s, us as Americans have had a active war plan of how are we going to invade Canada if, say, war with the United Kingdom broke out. It's only very recently in historical terms, as us as a nation in America and the United States saying the United Kingdom is our ally. We've only been saying that since World War II. We avoided saying we are an ally in World War I. We were an associated power of the Entente during World War I. We explicitly went out of our way to say we are not your ally in World War I. We are an associated power of the Entente. We still have our own issues with Great Britain and hence Canada, which is why we had our War Plan Red of how we're going to invade Canada.
yeah.
And it's only very recently in historical terms, even with America, of us saying explicitly, you as Canada and hence the United Kingdom are our ally. I know the Canadians love to say, we burned the White House down in the War of 1812.
Yeah,
That was technically the United Kingdom being able to bring people over from the Napoleonic Wars.
it's used to piss Americans off. That's the that's the
but
whole.
I know it's a
talking
big
point.
thing, so that's why I bring it up. But yes,
Yeah.
that was the British sending veterans over from the Napoleonic War after they got done with that to be able to actually push down. For the longest time, Canada's defense plan was just hold out long enough to get Great Britain to send reinforcements over.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, America's war plan was navally invade Halifax, take Halifax, and just push up so Great Britain can't send reinforcements. You know, take all the port cities that Canada has on the East Coast and then just push through the unoccupied middle and West Coast area.
I mean, it would have been like that would have really definitely worked. Like if everything went correctly.
Plan number whatever the fuck it was for you guys, it was literally defend Halifax, defend the East Coast, wait for Britain. Ours was attack Halifax, take the East Coast, and stop Britain. So it was literally like, who was going to get it first? Like, if our naval invasion of Halifax, let's say, like if a war did break out, then it would have been pretty much game over for us.
But the other thing too is like the biggest issue that the U.S. would have, like trying to take over Canada, is at least occupying it, because Canada as a whole, like you
guys have so much area to just run off and do a guerrilla war.
Yeah, and I think ever since, especially with Russia and Ukraine, it's sort of been like showing that, like, you can't just rely on big power versus small power. Big power automatically gonna win. There's so many
honestly,
more factors to it.
Been like that. It's always been like that. Like, just look at our revolution. Like, when we first said, fuck you, Britain, as it kind of was, with the Stamp Act and, all the intolerable acts, the entire world kind of saw it as, like, oh, Britain's gonna win. Like, there's no way in hell that this upstart colony over in the New World, who can't even muster a professional military, is going to win this war of independence. And then we won a couple of battles, and then France was kind of like, there's this small chance that if they win, we get a higher, ability to be able to now trade with this area that we weren't able to trade with before just because they were British.
Yeah.
Let's ingratiate ourselves with this new power that is forming and support them. And then, Spain saw, France be like, hey, we're going to support this new power. And then Spain supported us, which a lot of people forget. A lot of people forget that Spain supported the American Revolution. It was only navally, usually, but, like, they were still a huge help.
Yeah.
And, like, at the end of the day, it was like, the French helped us. And that help is the only way we won our independence.
Yeah.
Because without their help at Yorktown, taking the port, blockading and giving us more troops overall, we probably wouldn't have been able to take Yorktown as soon as we could have. And, at the end of the day, our, expeditions up into Canada and stuff like that, that didn't pan out the way we wanted it at the time. Because there were, expeditions up there from after we took, Saratoga and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, without France, we probably wouldn't have honestly won our revolution. We would have still been at, like, a dominion and, like, broken up, like, the Dominion of New England, the Dominion of Virginia, the Dominion of, I don't know, New York or, like, that area.
You think
like, however they would say it.
You think there'd be a lot more, in that sort of scenario, you think there'd be a lot more nations that probably exist today on North America rather than, like, one large, like, or...
there would be a lot more distinct culture groups. Like, how, New England is New English is a culture group.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's, you obviously are like, oh, in distinct opposition to that is, New Yorker. And then you have Dixie and like the Deep South, and you have Mideaster and stuff like that. Those would still obviously exist. They would probably just be more exasperated. They would just be more pushed to front as the British, if they won that conflict, would be like, oh no, you're not American. You're New Englander. You're New Yorker. You're Virginian. To kind of like split it, because we, as a group, as Americans, as we say, set aside our differences as a culture, because here in New England we're very religious as a founding. Not anymore, but as a founding we're religious.
Yeah.
Well, Virginia was not that. Maryland was actually a Catholic founding.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maryland is like very special as a Catholic founding of Catholics coming from England, being persecuted, coming over here, saying we're going to settle this area. I know we're going over, Matt.
I'd love to
boring
sit
the
here.
shit out of Matt. So
with my historical context of America and Canada.
Yeah, I get it, but that's also been going on for the last 45 minutes, and my brain is ready to get fried listening to semi-drunk talking.
Hey
about
man, this is why I want to be a history teacher. This is my jam. Like,
I know it's your jam, you semi-drunk autist. I get it.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but what would you rather hear?
You two can kiss and make up and talk about this shit all you want.
I'd rather kiss your
tired.
cheek.
I'm tired and I need to take a shower, so.
Oh that's what that smell is over here.
Oh, fuck you.
That's a smell. I thought it was just a smell of bitch.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, Sean, be glad I'm offering you knowledge sharing, otherwise you'd have to get colonialism the hard way.
Love you, Bubba.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Bye.
Sean, I'll probably if I see anything about that Baldur's Gate thing, I'll message you sometime in the next few days.
Yeah. I will never say no to playing Baldur's Gate with someone.
I'll see y'all later.
Alright, see ya. Good night.
Yeah. So where were we?
Yeah, we
just showing the exit game scene there,
Yeah.
Because I'm on a jam here. American foundings. Where was I? Let me look at my scroll of what I've been writing down.
Yeah.
Where was I?
Somewhere between half drunk talking about New England and
Oh, okay. So, thank you for reminding me. So, New England is obviously its own thing.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Completely on board, yeah.
which is actually kind of funny. There was a post of one of these guys that I've been talking to in this new party group chat. It's the New England National Party. Okay, it's not exactly an independence party, but it's like, hey, maybe New England should be its own special thing within America. So maybe Ontario votes for Ontario kind of idea.
Yeah.
And then the other provinces will vote for their provinces. It's saying kind of like, hey, maybe New England should have its own kind of party because we don't fit with the rest of the country.
Yeah. So
they were saying, national parties for each province. Quebec votes for Quebec. Nova Scotia votes for Nova Scotia. Alberta votes for Alberta. And then they try to meet up in the middle between each other of this supports Alberta and Nova Scotia, let's say.
Interesting. So you have like instead of like just a united conservative party or something like that.
Yeah, as a
you sort
united
of have
Republican
a-
Party or a united Democratic Party, we start having this kind of like regional differences.
National or New England
National
Party
minority
or something
parties.
like-
National
Yeah.
minority parties, as I kind of say it.
Interesting.
Where was I going with this? There was so this is obviously a more, conservative side of that.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this originally?
I don't know. Maybe Ontario should team up with New England to just hate on New York.
So okay, I will not disagree with that. We definitely do have some points we can definitely agree with on New York.
Let's rival New York.
As long as you agree to give us New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, we can as a diplomat of New England, I can definitely agree with this.
As long as we get
like
Buffalo and
Quebec, and going through Quebec is very difficult. So if you give us those two provinces, we can mutually invade New York and make it a little easier that way.
That sounds a bit like a good plan. I'm on board.
I will have as a diplomat of New England, totally 100% real. I will take Upper New York.
Yeah.
Raise New York City in exchange for New Brunswick and Nova Scotia.
Okay, sounds good. I'll take Buffalo and
you can have whatever's left. Like I don't give a fuck.
All right, sounds good. I'll draw up the contract.
Long Island is made to raise and repopulate.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like
I'm all for this idea.
Let's get this going. Sounds like our freaking Super States playthrough.
Yeah. That's definitely what we're referencing here.
Everybody go check it out. That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun. We should retry that at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just have to convince Matt.
I don't know if we'll be able to do that. That might be our own thing on like Wednesday or something.
That would be funny, yeah. That'd be.
When he's not around, he's over out. He's out there with his buddy watching a movie or whatever. I don't know what he fucking does.
Yeah, whatever he fucking does. We're kicking it here and taking over New York.
Yeah. We're splitting New York in half to make sure that it's viable.
That it actually works for once.
It'll work.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Well, I better
put everything into a regional area.
Yeah, very true. But I better sign off because,
it's trying to get along.
Yeah. All right.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week, man. Okay, let me just say 100%. I did not like. Let me just say 100% that I am in no way trying to give the that was entirely joking. I do not condone any invasion of New York. I don't condone any raising of New York City like this. Totally fucking joking, okay? Oh man. But I do like the reference though to the Super States mod. That was fun. The Super States mod playthrough was as Ontario, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation that we were having, and how well I'm doing as a Kongo. I think I've done really well. I mean, I just got an alliance with Castile and Portugal. Holy shit. Like, that is fucking awesome. Also, like, again, when it comes to just quickly to mention sort of like immigrants and stuff like that. I am very pro immigration. I was trying to explain that, like, in my opinion, like one of the biggest reasons I'm pro immigration is just simply because you don't want to have like you want to open yourself up to new ideas, right? Like you want to make sure that you're not like you want to make sure you're not missing out on potential solutions to problems that you have, and you want to always actually think about like do I have the ability, or like how do I put it, you always want to make sure that you're not just having yes men. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem with having a single culture is just having this is becoming like this yes men sort of culture where everybody just thinks the same, because then you're never going to fix any problems that arise because everybody just thinks the same way. And so if you don't know how to solve it, it's more than likely they're not going to know how to solve it. So like one of the biggest things why I'm very pro immigration is just because it's good to always have different ideas. And if you know somebody comes in and says something like, you know, and says something that you believe is bad, the best way to change their mind is not to say go back to your own country, but to actually sit down, talk to them, find out their epistemology, and try to explain why they're wrong. Like, for example, if they're anti-democratic, you go in and be like, okay, where did that come from? What's your basis for that? And here's the problem with being anti-democratic, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So I just want to make my stance clear here that I'm very pro-immigration, pro-democracy. When it comes to religion, it's just like, when it comes to religion, very pro, like you can believe whatever you want, you know what I mean? Like you can believe whatever religion you want to be a part of. That's like completely fine. It's definitely an important right to have. So that's not the problem. It's when we sort of get into the conversations about like, you know, homosexuality and stuff like that. Like, yes, I would say the Bible definitely has a lot of things that go against homosexuality. But my point was to come across of like, okay, what if God changes his mind? You know what I mean? Like, and if you say that he won't, well, how do you know that he won't? You're taking it on faith. You have no way of actually knowing 100% that he won't change his mind. It's tough. So like that's why it's definitely important to keep it more of a personal thing than to put it into politics. But anyway, yeah, like when it comes to religion, very open about it, very okay with people believing what they want to believe and having faith in what they want to have faith in. That's why I was like, it's not a big deal to me if someone says I have faith that God is going to, you know, cure my mom of cancer or whatever. Like that was just an example of how, you know, that doesn't bother me one bit. It's literally like, you know, do what you need to do to give yourselves like to make yourselves feel optimistic and feel that like you know, how do I put it? To make you feel fulfilled. You know what I mean? Like it's all good. Like it's just sort of it's just sort of nuance, you know what I mean? But anyway, I gotta close off because otherwise this could go on for so much longer. But anyway, if you guys like what you saw and you want to see more of it, it would be great if you guys could consider giving me a follow here on Twitch. It really does mean a lot, especially as a small streamer. If you have any ideas for ways I can improve the stream, games you want to see us play here on Twitch, it'd be great if you guys give me a follow, or it would be great if you guys could leave me a comment either here in the Twitch chat or in the suggestion box down below or in the YouTube comment section over on YouTube. I do my best to check all of them and reply to everybody and take every suggestion under consideration. It's really, I as a small streamer, it's like there's a limited amount of things I can do, but I really do appreciate any sort of help. I really do appreciate, everyone who's willing to help and, follows me and stuff like that. I really do thank you guys a lot for it. It really does mean a lot. Also, if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on with this channel and the YouTube channel and stuff like that, my X handle, it's been scrolling across this lower third here the entire time. My X handle is at Allegius96110996. That is where I post whenever I'm going to be live, whenever I update the schedule, whenever I can't be live, stuff like that. So make sure to go and check it out. And it's scrolling across right now. So again, make sure to go and check that out. If you want to stay most up to date. My YouTube channel is Allegius Plays. That is where I post all of these live streams after they premiered here. Again, the name will be up down here as well. It's been scrolling across. Yeah, YouTube channel is Allegius Plays. The live streams are usually up within the first 24 to 48 hours after they premiered here. Usually just depends on how fast I can get them uploaded, rendered, edited, stuff like that. But usually it'll be up pretty quickly. It also depends on if I'm going to be busy, which tomorrow I don't plan to be. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But I don't plan to be, so tomorrow it should be up at the usual time. If you want to help me out over there on YouTube, it would be great if you guys could subscribe to the channel. That really helps out a lot too. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the live stream, share the live streams, help get the word out about the live streams. Make sure to hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever a video goes up on YouTube. Or one of my videos specifically goes up on YouTube. Also, you can leave a comment there as well, letting me know pretty much anything. What did you like about the stream? What didn't you like? If you have any critiques, or again, suggestions for ways I can improve the stream, games you want to see us play in the future. Again, I will do my best to look at all those and comment on all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of engagement as well, like, every little bit helps. Again, it would kind of show YouTube that there's some activity on the channel. So like I said, every little bit helps. The next live stream, I'm planning to probably get back into Wednesday night live streams. Don't know what game I'm going to play yet, but I plan to get back into it. So I again don't know what game I'm going to play, but the next live stream should be on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you watch out for that. But until then, thank you all for watching. I'm Chris, aka Allegius, and I will see you guys then.